Hey. Hey, hey, hey.
This
Hey, this shit hard.
Put it out, put it low.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, world? How y'all doing? My name is Tully. I am 1/3 of the pod with no name.
Z's 2/3.
Hey,
PJ 3/3. What up?
yo, we've had some good ass weeks since we, you know what I mean, since we last recorded this shit.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
All of that.
Did any of y'all like celebrate Kwanzaa growing up?
Nah.
Low key.
Nah, damn.
Okay, maybe that was just a me thing.
You did for real?
I definitely celebrate a little bit of Kwanzaa. Like I know the songs. Like I know, Kwanzaa, Fresh Fruits of Harvest, Umoja, Unity. I don't want to run through all of that. With
No,
y'all,
go ahead.
but
Go
you
Nah, I
know,
want to
like,
hear it.
Yeah, because I
you
don't know.
have
Nah, nigga
Umoja,
don't know.
Koji
That's why.
Jakalia, Self Determination.
he really know.
Koji Jakalia, Self Determination. Imani, Purpose. I'm sorry, Nia, Purpose. Imani is I forgot. But you have Kwanzaa, Fresh Fruits of Harvest, Umoja, Ujima, Ujama, Kumba, Koji Jakalia, Imani, and Nia.
Oh,
The
shit.
7 days.
7 days.
7 days of Kwanzaa. Okay.
7 days of Kwanzaa by Dr. Milana Karinge. Shout out, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I grew up really, really like pro.
What made you stop?
Word.
So we celebrated at other people's homes. So like in our house we had Christmas, and then day after Christmas starts Kwanzaa.
You
know what
go
I mean?
to their house?
Yeah, so we went to I don't remember her name, but it was one of my mom's friends. We went to her house the day after Christmas, and we celebrated Kwanzaa. And that was the thing. Even like at my elementary school, like we had like Kwanzaa celebrations. Like I tell you, like I grew up on Kwame Claus, not Santa Claus.
I remember you saying that.
And Kwame brought you what you need, not what you want.
That's kind of I don't like that.
Yo, I'm telling you, like that's what
an
we grew
easy
up.
way for the parents to just like skate out. Like,
hell yeah.
Yo, Kwame brings
I
you
ain't
what
give
you
you
need.
what you need, little man. I'll give you what you
you
wait. I'm
want.
not giving you what you
I
want.
don't bring you what
Yeah.
you want. I bring you what you need. So if you needed a winter coat, like in Syracuse, you needed socks, you needed drawers, you needed t-shirts.
So that's
like,
what Kwame Claus is gonna get you.
Kwame's gonna get you what you need, not what you want. And that was how like we grew. That's like how I grew up, like at school, like teachers, principals. Like this was like the
Wait, was
the
Kwame
phrase.
Kwame Claus a character they taught you?
Yeah, like
Oh.
Kwame was like Black Santa.
Wow.
So you
okay,
don't see
okay.
you don't
What
see
did he-
Santa
what
Claus.
did
He
he
doesn't
look
come
like?
to the hood.
What did he look like?
Kwame comes to the hood. He was a black guy, fat guy. Like he looked like Santa, just black.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And that
like-
teachers pride, like that was
Yeah,
teach
like
pride in
we,
a little
we
boy and
yeah,
little
like
girl.
yeah, like we grew up on Kwame. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't really rock with Santa. Like
Wow.
what's crazy is Kwame's like a black name. Either,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like,
That's
yeah,
mad
yeah,
black.
yeah.
I thought you
Kwame,
were giving an example of like.
No,
Like,
this is
or
a real
joking
thing.
about it.
No, this is a
Oh.
real thing. Like I gotta tell you, like I grew up on like elementary school. Shout out to Danforth Elementary.
Yeah.
Like what's crazy is like I learned so much at Danforth about black culture and black kids. Like nobody's teaching that kind of stuff. Like we had huge MLK programs.
Right.
We had like a straight African dance team.
That's beautiful.
We had like I said, we celebrate Kwame Claus. I can remember like we had Nobel Peace Prizes every year.
Yo, wait, time out. Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Come on, dog.
Yeah, I did.
My bad. I'm
but-
sorry,
Come
guys.
on, dog.
My
Come
bad,
on, dog.
guys.
Come on, dog.
No,
We
but
had-
I'm glad you brought up
I'm sorry.
education because one of the things we're gonna do is talk about the top moments of the decade,
Facts.
and education is actually one of the categories.
Education is
So,
huge. Education
yeah.
is huge this year. We want to jump into that right now. We're gonna wait. We can
Before
wait.
we
can
do
wait.
though, just wanted to say shout outs to Donald St. Germain.
Yo,
My brother
Yo.
got married.
congratulations!
We were at the wedding. That wedding was amazing,
Yo,
man. Like
epic wedding.
their love is so like their love is like gold.
Yo, shout out Donald and Laurie. Shout out
Right.
to them.
Yo, and isn't she Dominican?
Man.
I think so. Yeah.
I think she is the Dominican, and my man Donald is Haitian. So definitely
Oh,
shout out on
Remember
that
the vows?
front. Yes,
Yeah.
the vows
You're
were
right.
crazy.
He was stunting. Yo, he was like, "Yo, what language
English.
you want?
What language you want?
You
Hit
want
the
French?
vows.
Cool.
Right.
Creole? Got it.
Right. That was dope.
Spanish, got it. Like he definitely put it down. Like I was definitely happy to be a part of that evening.
That's a fact.
You know, and also shout out to my man Cannon, my line brother Cannon Merley Dern, who got married the
yeah.
week before.
Okay.
Well, it
2
was
weeks before in
Yeah, I was
Houston.
gonna say a few weeks before. But yeah.
That wedding was popping. That was my first Indian wedding, and that joint was crazy. Like we were celebrating from 7 a.m. Like we woke up partying, dancing in the street.
Are they both from Sri Lanka? Or?
I don't know if they're both Sri Lankan. Okay. But I do know like she grew up on very Indian customs as well. Yeah. Like it wasn't like on no like we just found
Sri Lankan
American
customs or Indian customs, or is it the same?
I don't, man.
You put him on the spot.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
I don't know. I don't know, but they are very much so like in a traditional sense.
Cannon had him at Q's. I remember pulling up to Q's and Cannon had him.
Yo, one of those popular guys I've ever seen on the college campus.
He got him. Shorty, that.
Yeah.
Black Shorty. Remember Black Shorty? He was talking to a black shorty. She was
no Cannon attracted everybody from black,
but I'm
white,
talking about the
Asian,
woman
Indian.
that I saw him with.
He's like, I'm talking
about he's talking about hoes.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about the hoes.
Like, I don't care about none of that.
She wasn't.
Like, no.
Yo, well, I don't know, actually. I don't know. But Shorty was all right. I was like, wow, good for you, brother.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
so, again, Cannon attracted a lot of different people. It was very happy. You know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't necessarily like a shorty and no shorties. Like, it was definitely like a lot of people gravitated to Cannon.
Right,
yeah,
right.
like
That's
he was definitely like the kind of person that you wanted to be friends with.
That's cool.
So
good
shout
people.
out to Cannon.
Shout out.
Congratulations.
Big shout out to Cannon.
Oh, yo.
My LB.
Another thing, too. This is so on that happiness. That's what's up. We're going to give them the yay. But there was also some like sad shit. I was looking at like the news and shit, and I saw how like back in Manassas in Virginia, how I sent y'all it.
Oh yeah.
The dude. So it was two dudes that like they robbed they were robbing a few spots, but they robbed the Denny's that night. And they shot one person, and on their way out, there was a guy that was just picking up like DoorDash or some delivery food service, and he opened the door and held the door for them. And one of the dudes shot him in the chest. Like, that shit had me so upset because I'm just like, first off, y'all already doing bad things. Y'all ain't even have to hurt nobody. Y'all already got y'all money. Like, and you shot this man in the chest, and they've been.
I mean, it's terrible. And when you listen to the news coverage, it sounded like he was literally holding the door for them.
Yeah, like
oh yeah, trying to leave. Like maybe he missed. I don't know if he missed what happened, but
he was
trying
saw
to help
people
them.
come in and he like. Or even if he wasn't helping them, he was just like, yo, let me mind my business. Like, and so just New York, like, no offense, because I know you're from upstate, but like in the city, like, we mind our business. I'm not trying to play you, God. I'm sorry.
Yo, if you're not trying to play me, there's no point in mentioning that.
You're right.
But you know what he meant, though. and you
know who I am?
You're quick to distance yourself when you feel like you need to.
Exactly,
so
when it's beneficial.
Yeah.
Yo, shouts out to Michael B. Jordan, because he states my story growing up. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
All the kids.
Story. Yeah.
But seriously,
you did say some shit like that.
Yo, that shit was fraudulent. but yeah, like he was just like, let me mind my business. It's like, hey, just go ahead. And he shot him in the chest. That man didn't deserve to die. And I hope that like they find these people and just like, you know, do what they got to do.
Put them under the jail.
Yeah, that's some energy. That's negative energy. I don't even want to bring it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring it up, but I saw that, and I'm like, I think we should start, just like talking about some local stuff. We spoke about
the good local stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, no, but we do have, if there's something to shed light on that we need to, we should. But let's highlight the good that's happening in DC because there's a lot of good too.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a focus that we'll have in the future, like when we talk about shit like that.
Yeah, 2019, we coming back.
2020 actually.
2020.
That's right now.
2020
is almost over.
I'm living in the past.
Get with the future, Tully, man. Come on.
2020 is one.
Yo, but let's hop into these debates about the best of blank in terms of the decade.
The last decade.
I mean, yo, we got 10 years to review. You know what I'm saying?
Which is tough.
Shit happened. Teams won chips. Teams lost chips. Political events happened. Big policy and education took place. Different things. So I don't know where do you guys want to start off in terms of the best of the decade? Should we start with sports?
Yo, I just want to drop. I definitely want to start, and I want to drop Serena Williams on the table. Like, we'll get to her. We'll get to her. Hands down.
All right. So first, let's start with the female category since you brought her up.
Right. When
Yeah. So like,
spoiled it, man.
just lay her on the table.
So female athlete of the decade.
Right.
And by the way, the only reason why we're breaking this up, male and female, is because we've seen publications say male athlete of the decade.
So we're not trying to do all
Yeah,
that.
no, we're not trying to do that at all.
Yeah, please.
I think Serena is male and female athlete of the past decade. Like, we've never seen, like, I know people love to talk about LeBron, or they love to talk about Jordan and dominating a sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? You love to talk about Michael Phelps and the way he's dominated swimming here in the States. Serena Williams has been dominating this thing for so long.
Facts.
Like we've never seen anything like this. She was pregnant, still.
She was pregnant.
Like giving work and like, listen, man. Like I've seen
and had the
pregnant
baby
women-
had
the baby healthy.
Right.
Like, and
that could have went different.
not only she had the baby healthy, like snapped back and still got back on the tennis court.
No,
like, who
when she
wants
came
what?
back though, she got washed by
She
that.
did. She got washed a couple times.
By
She
the
got
black
washed
and Asian woman.
Yo,
Shorty
she was
She
young.
took a couple
she
L's.
was young. I mean, but no. But it's not that. I mean,
And not only
she
just
lost.
to her, she took a couple L's.
She took a, but it's not that she wasn't dominant still.
And the
Yes.
totality of the decade, that was her.
Definitely.
Handling
She got the
business.
juice for sure. Okay, so that's your. I would agree. I don't have anything to add. I think in terms of what she did in this decade, she was going crazy, and I don't even know somebody you can compare it
Tiger
to.
fell off.
No. But we're talking about female athlete right now.
Female athlete.
Like, who would you?
Hands down, yeah, facts.
I can't think of nobody else. So we're on the same
Lisa
page there.
Leslie, nah, she got one chip with the Sparks.
No,
And that wasn't
Lisa-
even. That was the
last
previous
decade.
decade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, no, it's not last decade.
I should have never hit.
So there's a whatchamacallit. I don't know if y'all up on track.
Oh,
but there's
I
a
don't know her
couple.
name,
What's her name? Ross is the last name. Now I'm drawing a
Is
blank.
she in the decade conversation?
No, she's definitely in a decade conversation. Like, she was just in the last Olympics. And her husband was a starting cornerback for the Giants.
Oh.
She definitely had a really big Olympic run. That was huge.
Wait.
Sandra Richards Ross.
We gotta talk about somebody on the U.S. women's soccer team, because they had a crazy decade too.
Had a crazy decade too. So who is it?
What's the goalie? Not she's a goalie, right? No, who's the one?
Not like Mia Hammond or something like that.
Rapinoe. She's the one with the hair, the colorful hair. She's like a big, like, I don't watch soccer that often.
Yeah. I don't know who you talking about. Like, but
her name is Rapinoe, and she's like, she's elite. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Megan Rapinoe.
Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah. I've seen her before.
Yeah. So
That's
she has to be in the conversation, I would assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Sandra Richards Ross. I like her, and I like Serena, clearly.
Yo, she go out with Sue Bird.
Yeah. Yes. She goes out with Sue Bird. Yeah. They're married, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
I go out then. They married.
Yeah, my bad.
And she has an interesting story too. I was reading an article about her brother, who's like this, like, straight up like gangbanger or something like that. Yeah, and like he's in prison right now. And the article was just like following like how proud of her he is, and like in prison and all that, and how like he can't wait to get out and reform himself. Like she has a good personal story.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But I think all in all though, it has to be Serena.
Yeah, it definitely has to be. Later this decade, and like I've been watching UFC. Oh my God, what's her name?
Rousey?
No,
Ronda?
So Ronda was on a quick little high.
She got beat. You started getting beat up.
But
that's what happened though.
She started getting washed.
She started getting washed.
I don't even need to look it up. Amanda Nunes.
Yeah,
when you
I
get
actually
the chance,
know her.
bro. I just watched her last fight against I don't even know who it was, but Shorty had height on her and reach, and I was just like, yo, how is Amanda gonna like tackle this?
But when did her
exactly?
Okay,
it don't count because it's later. Like it's after Ronda Rousey, which was like a year or so ago.
Okay.
But Amanda Nunes is nice, bro. Like you gotta start watching her in UFC, bro. Like
yo, I feel like UFC is really savagey.
It's very brutal.
It's definitely on that spectrum.
Brutal.
On that end of the spectrum.
It's like it's very barbaric to me, man. Like
It
seems like some caveman type.
Does it like bother your middle class sensibilities?
Nah, it doesn't bother my middle class anything.
He's like, yo, we don't fight where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too.
Yo.
You low key did say that.
I'm sorry too.
Earlier, I was like, yo, that's a blicky in the box. Bow. He was like, what's a blicky? I'm like, yo, you can't use context clues, like
right.
I mean, like, I'll put it together. I was just talking. Like, I'll put it together. I did ask what the box was, though. Like, does it go with a box? I did ask that. I was like, but I understood Blakey. I did not understand box.
That's hilarious, God.
What's the box part? Like, I bet that went over my head. But I did understand the Blakey part. Like, y'all do it too much. Y'all do it too much.
That's funny.
I mean, but I think that's a good thing that you don't know what any of these things mean. That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So male athlete.
Male athlete of the year. Man, this is a good one too, man. So I don't know if you guys read the article in the New York Times about, because they picked Steph Curry as the male athlete of the decade.
I might have to agree with that one.
So the argument was that yes, LeBron was probably the better athlete
and most dominant.
Accolades.
No, not even the athlete. Because the accolades are actually similar. They both have 3 chips. I think they both have the same amount of MVPs. It's not that. It's
no, they don't got the same amount of MVPs.
They don't?
Nah, because LeBron got mad MVPs.
This decade? I think. How many does Steph have?
2. 2 back-to-back, 1 unanimous.
Yeah, so how many does LeBron have this decade, though?
Let me see.
But keep going with the article.
All right, so what they said was that LeBron was the best athlete, but Steph changed the game.
Facts.
Okay.
Like he made it okay to shoot. He made it okay to shoot.
Like and you can't argue that, yo.
LeBron got 4 MVPs.
This decade? Okay.
No.
Yeah, he got 4 total. How many?
Yeah, he got none this decade. So I guess technically.
Oh, he has none this decade?
It says he
Maybe
won
it was finals
back-to-back
MVPs.
in 01 and 02. And then where are the other ones?
Maybe they said the accolades were similar though. That's all I remember.
Okay,
yeah, but no, he got 4 though. He definitely got 4 though.
He changed the game. Like
changed the game.
Like,
come down, pull up.
Right, and now look at the league.
Even look at
the
LeBron.
Big man,
LeBron is shooting
facts.
different now because of this,
which is crazy because he be cashing them.
Yeah.
I text shout out the other day, but then like go to the free throw line and just miss. Like,
what's good with the free throws, man? I'm actually a little.
Talk to you, my man.
I'm actually
come take a seat.
I can't even defend that no more. Like you got to start making free throws.
All right, so 2008, 2009, 2010. That's when LeBron got. Wait, but it was 4 MVPs.
Yeah, I think he does have 4.
So 9, 10 he got, and then 12, 13?
Those are the 2.
Those are 2.
Yeah,
those
you're
are the
right.
4.
Yeah.
Or 102, 13, 14. Yeah, that's 4. That's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, Curry.
So what do you think? Like, is that a persuasive argument for you?
Yeah. I think that's, I think it's fine. Like, Curry definitely changed the game. But I think, like, is Curry still, I was going to say, is he still the best at it?
Well,
is he still the best at that come down, pull up game?
So he has like a few clones. Like he has like Dame
the
Lillard.
dude from Brooklyn, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, like he has a few clones. But I think he's the best at it.
The dude from the Hawks.
Trae Young. They were comparing him to Steph when he was in college.
Luka Doncic.
Now that's like seen as like the standard. Like, like who's the next Steph?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that would be a game changer.
Facts.
Like who's the next Curry? Like I'm a little bit like y'all are like talking over Harden right now. Who's definitely like the come down pull up
recent
king.
Though.
That's relatively recent, but it's probably the majority of the deck. When did the Thunder go to the finals and lose?
When did he get traded?
That was
when did Harden started playing for the Rockets?
Because it was the next year.
That's next year.
What I'm asking.
Yeah, like because Harden is definitely like, in my opinion, like the come down, pull up, come get some trigger happy cash right now.
Yeah, and that because when you put it that way, that also makes
he
me
was
say,
traded in 2012.
Okay, because that also makes me say that
which is the decade.
Like, did Steph change the game, or did Mike D'Antoni change the game? Because I feel like Mike D'Antoni's been preaching this system where it's just like run, come down,
pull up, get some
early jump shot in the shot cut.
Yeah,
that was D'Antoni.
7 seconds or less.
Because he was doing that like with the Suns.
Did you have players that can hit like Curry though?
No, but that's what the game.
And that's
changed.
the game changer.
Could not shoot like.
Nobody can. Nobody can.
Not like this. Did you have a player who can make like Curry can get a bucket off the dribble, which I thought was like his big handicap. Like they gonna lock that up because he can't. He's gonna come off the screen and they gonna lock that up.
He's still getting
and now
that
he's got the handle that's creating space. And
Steph is a special player. Like you watch him, you like this dude is nice.
Yeah. So again, who do you pick? Number 1 draft pick, Harden or Curry?
I gotta go with Steph. Because he got people my height. People my height thinking we can.
Yeah, I would say Steph. Yo, Steph is a you got a game plan. Like you obviously have to game plan for James Harden, but yo, Steph is different, yo.
Yeah.
Like what part of the court is safe?
That's a fact.
I think I have the same argument for Harden.
You do. You
in that sense.
But
I think the percentage.
I think the percentage
is probably higher.
Like the last 3 years.
I don't think so. Like I think Harden has been
these outrageous like video game stats.
Like you remember when Steph came down like against the Thunder and hit a 3 from like damn near half court.
Yes.
Like, and nobody. This I know Steph changed the game because only Steph is one of the first people to be able to come down the court, shoot a 3 with like 21 seconds on the clock, and nobody says that's a bad shot.
Yeah.
Not only that, Curry's the first player I've ever seen like come down, shoot, and then start running back the other way.
Right.
Without even looking
at
it.
Remember Gilbert Arenas did that and it missed?
No,
that was.
Oh, you talking about the dude from the Lakers?
Nick Young.
That was Nick Young. Gilbert Arenas
yes.
did it too.
Oh, he did?
Gilbert Arenas just a cash in.
What's called did it too. Lance Stevenson airballed that shit, I believe.
That's wild. I think hands down, definitely Steph Curry.
Steph is an amazing player.
Facts.
The previous record for threes, I think, was like 289 or some shit like that. And then like 2 or 3 years ago, he set the record and it was like 402 for 3-pointers made in the season. Like nobody's ever gonna break that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh no, they shooting.
They are shooting. So
and
maybe
with the new
somebody
systems, like you said, like Dan Antonio's with the new systems, like people are letting them things fly.
Yeah,
that's a part of who you're drafting now.
Yeah,
like that. I even feel like the positionless basketball it has arrived 100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
for a fact.
Yo, think about this. Yo, y'all remember Roy Hibbert? Yo,
Yes.
he was an all-star.
Right.
And he was out the league like 2 years later.
I was thinking that because I was looking at Paul George highlights and I saw somebody dunked on Roy Hibbert. I want to say maybe like LeBron or something crazy, but like I was like, yo, whatever happened to him?
Yo, he disappeared.
Out of here. Yeah, it's not that many real big men. Like,
nah, and like I feel like the best real big man is Embiid, and Embiid is cashing shit now.
Right.
He can hit the trigger.
He can hit the trigger.
He
He's
can hit the
cashing.
trigger.
So that's just the nature of the game, and Steph Curry had a lot to do with that.
Facts.
So credit where it's due for sure.
Word, man. Yo, shouts out to Steph Curry.
Changed it. 10 years.
10 years, man. Like, yo, 3 chips on the most dominant, and that brings me to the next question.
Yeah.
Team of the decade.
All right, let's try to. I'm just gonna break it up into the 2 major sports in our culture:
Okay.
basketball, football. Football, I think you got to go with the Patriots. Like, I like the Giants. You know my shit about football.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 chips that the Giants won, I saw it.
Right.
I saw it, and they beat the Patriots, so that was dope. But
Right.
yeah, he's just on a historic run. It's
Yo,
crazy.
it hurts to say, but I agree with you.
I don't want to give it to Belichick and Brady.
But
You
I know
don't
they
want
was
to.
cheating.
I don't want to either. I mean, they were cheating. Yeah.
Who
Matter of
else
fact,
you got? I'm gonna rock with the Steelers.
You know what, yo, what time? Yo, if we account for the cheating, we can't. They disqualified. They disqualified.
I think that's kind of dope. I'm like, yo, y'all truly wanted to win. Y'all was like, yo, we gonna cheat.
Yo,
That's that Trump energy,
we
bro.
gotta disqualify though. We gotta
wanted to
disqualify them.
win. That's that Trump energy.
I'm just saying.
That's
they
definitely
did
that
everything
Tom
they
Brady
could.
energy, though.
They
That's
did
that Tom Brady
everything
energy.
they could, though. Which
All right,
is
so they
fire.
disqualified. Yes, they disqualified.
Nah, they can't be.
Good
son.
shit. Good shit. Good
Because
shit.
they washing people now. Well, not, you know what I mean? But
And
like,
they just got caught cheating last week.
really?
Yes.
Did I?
Yeah, they got caught cheating last week with the Bengals.
What happened?
Y'all didn't see the article?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Like, yo, I pull it up. Like, Patriots got cheating like 2 weeks ago
If they got caught
with
cheating,
the Bengals. Like, literally.
I need
So
to
they
start.
the cheaters of the
Yeah,
decade.
like I need to start
the
seeing
cheaters of
like
the decade, yeah,
suspensions.
like-
What's goody?
Like, Patriots cheating Bengals. I feel
Yo,
like I sent the
if they-
article.
Yo, it's right.
Yeah, like
What did they do? What did they
Yo,
They was
did the Patriots cheat
Some
by
videotape
videotaping the Bengals?
They did that again?
Yo, like it's a regular
Because isn't
thing.
that what like?
Yeah.
Yo, that's
It's a
shameful.
regular thing. And
Alright,
what's
so-
the date on that? December 17th.
All right,
That was
yeah.
2 weeks
So
ago.
the Patriots are not the team of the decade. They can't be. They can't be.
I don't know.
So now we're
Alright,
moving
so
on to
football-
another team.
So another team in football, nobody else.
I would say,
I like Mike Tomlin.
yo, I like Mike Tomlin too, but I don't want to give it to Roethlisberger. I can't give it to Roethlisberger.
Yo, he look like a dad, yo. Like he just
Who,
look like
Roethlisberger?
Yeah, he look like he probably is a dad. But I'm saying like he looked like he just.
What made you
like-
say that?
I don't know. I just thought about it.
Yeah, I guess he does.
Y'all want to go to the Eagles? Maybe.
No.
Like like I said, like I would rock with Tomlin and the Steelers, man.
I would say, I'm gonna just give it to because I don't want to give it. I mean, it is the Patriots, but I would give it to the Seahawks because I don't want to give it.
I'll take the Seahawks too. I'll take the Seahawks
but
too.
But no, because they blew it the second
and it was a short rain.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't that.
I'm like, yo, how you blow it? I remember watching that, and then when they lost, we left. I left out the bar, and it was raining. It was sad. Like it was like when Trump won. But we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah.
For basketball, I think it got to be the Warriors.
Easily the Warriors.
Yeah, it got to be the Warriors. Yeah.
Like that. I mean, they were the most dominant team of all time.
Facts. Yeah.
So, okay. So, I mean, not much debate there. Like, but shout out to, so like the thing that I always think about is like errors in the NBA. And I feel like this is the era of LeBron, but it happened during the era of the Warriors. Like, does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, that makes
like,
complete sense.
I feel like if there were no Warriors, he'd be winning way more chips.
Oh, he would have won all the shit.
Yeah, like, he was going to the finals every year.
He probably would have been 6-2. 6-2.
Facts.
Because he lost against the Mavs and the Spurs. But everything else was like damn near Warriors, right?
Bruh.
Like obviously it wasn't all Warriors, but it was a majority.
They were in the finals a lot this decade.
So can we all say like we're gonna go with the Jordan era into the LeBron era?
Nah, I'm never saying that.
I'm comfortable saying that.
Nah.
And
that's so disrespectful, bro.
Yo, like, what's the Kobe era though? What is that?
Yo,
when LeBron was here?
Wait, no. He won his when he won with Shaq the first year, it was 01 into 02, I believe.
I think so. I was
0-0.
It was the year after the Spurs, I think.
Yeah, which was 2000 and 2001. Yeah, so after that, it was after that. But yeah, LeBron was nice, but he wasn't winning no chips that early. It took LeBron years to get to the finals.
It did take him years, but like, yo, like I feel like during Kobe's reign, you also had T-Mac, who, arguably in T-Mac's prime,
he ain't win no rings though.
He didn't win no rings. Okay, so if you're talking accolades, then yes, there is a Kobe
you
era.
Can't leave Kobe out.
I'm thinking of like influence. Like I don't know. I don't
Kobe's
think the
a great
influence
player.
is there. Yeah, Kobe was a great player.
Fantastic.
Nobody can argue influence and impact. LeBron has done more than any other athlete.
All right, so
ever.
We're in agreement there.
So we're in agreement.
Yeah.
So,
but he's talking about the fact that he did win 5 chips. You got to account for that.
5 chips. He won 5 chips. Duncan won 5 chips. And
when was Kobe's last chip? Was that?
It was with Andrew Bynum and Paul Gasol. And
what year?
And that last year, the last year he lost to the Celtics. That he went to the finals. But when he went to the finals before that, I don't know if y'all remember the puppet commercials, all of that. It was on track. LeBron was supposed to go to the finals, and who did he lose to? Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. Dead ass.
Wait, who's supposed to go to the finals? Oh, LeBron
when
was.
LeBron was supposed to go to the
LeBron
finals with the Cavs, the
That's
marketing,
a fact.
everybody was like, all right, we already know this was a shoe-in. And he like...
I forgot about that.
Is that the foul call? Where they grab his wrist?
I don't remember,
LeBron's
but all I know is
I think that's the year that he scored like 29 out of 30 points when he played the Pistons. It was that same year, right? Y'all remember that?
Yeah. He was going nuts. He was going nuts. I think that was the same year when he did that like fall away, like 3-pointers against them, and it hit off the backboard and he won one of the games. It was crazy because he wasn't a shooter.
LeBron has iconic moments too, man.
Yeah, and I was tight because I would have really liked to see them go head to head because I feel like the conversation would have been a little bit different.
It would have. It would have.
But yo,
let's keep pushing.
Before we go to the next one, we at that that mark or whatnot. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come right back. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. We are back. How y'all doing, world? Nah. So here we at, girl. What other moments we was talking about?
One of the other ones that should be like controversial. Well, not controversial, but I don't think there's a clear answer. Is the phrase of the decade or
yeah.
Are we saying phrase or is it like a moment? Like, let's define this first. Like what are we talking about right now?
I'm thinking like phrase. Like, how about that?
Got him.
Yeah.
What's the first one? I know that one.
How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh, I feel like I would have said the "Catch Me Outside" part. I don't even know about the.
How about that? It was a whole song.
Oh, I know it was a song.
Yo, why his shit so wrecked? This nigga Bo.
What are you talking about?
I don't know either.
Yo, why your joint so like?
Oh,
This is weird, bro.
Don't use words like you rack with no.
Yeah, that was different. That was different.
Yo, my bad, girl. My bad, girl.
Like, to the point I looked down like, what you talking about?
My fault. We cut that out.
Let's try to. Oh, we cut this out.
cut it out?
Yeah. Let's go. We cutting this
Put a little
out.
timestamp like, oh, look at the time. Look at Nah, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's bring it back. All right.
Facts.
So what's the phrase moment? It almost sounds like you're talking about like a social media moment, right?
Yes, it definitely sounds like a social media moment.
Yeah.
So what is that moment?
Oh my God.
He took my shit.
I know.
Yo, you ruthless.
That's a pre-production issue.
Yo.
Nah, I fuck with you. That's
Yo, during the he was like, yo, that's a good one. And now I see why.
Yeah, my phone got out. You got it. Go ahead. That's yours. I got one.
I got.
Nah, you go.
No, I mean that was it. So what's yours?
But nobody know what that is.
Oh yeah, it's like when the Why You Always Lying, when he made the remake. Everybody know that shit, man. Come on, man.
Nah, my shit was trash. Y'all said nobody knows. So I got one. Remember the
I
girl?
didn't know what you were referring to. Maybe I do though.
I'm gonna scratch that. Remember the girl that like got arrested? She was like, I can't see. I'm legally blind.
That was a good one.
But what was the statement though? Like she was like,
barely. Yeah.
Barely. Hell yeah. Barely was the one, bro.
That shit was a meme for a minute.
I want to do hood rat things with my friends.
Was that this decade?
Yeah, he stole the card.
I remember this perfectly.
Did the whole joint.
I thought it was like last decade.
I want to do hood rat things with my friends.
That's his story.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Since we think of that, what was the other joint where he was like, they hide your kids?
That
was another big one.
Hide your wife because I didn't rape it on people. Yo, that's a fact.
What about the greens, potatoes, yams?
Damn, son.
Oh, you know what was crazy? And I just saw this yesterday on Twitter. Remember the dude who it was like a 18-year-old pretending to be a doctor?
Oh, yes.
Yo, my man had 2 practices.
Yo, he was getting bread.
He had people making appointments to come see him.
Yes. Yo, he the scammer of the year.
Scammer of the year. Of the decade. Easily.
And then got caught. That shit closed down. And then he opened up another one. I'm like, yo, and he's like 16.
Yeah, he's 22 now. Like, because I just.
Did he?
He's in prison right now. He comes out next year.
Damn, I thought he was going to be in like med school.
Nah.
I know he got locked up.
But the interview I watched, they asked him, like, do you still want to be a doctor? And he said, yeah. So
I thought he was saying, nah, I'm good on
maybe
that.
med school is still in the cards.
My question is like, you can't prescribe nothing.
Nothing.
What was actually happening?
But I think he was prescribing things. Like, I don't think he should have, but he was definitely on some like,
Dr.
Love says you got to get this.
Yo.
Go ahead and get that.
Yo, he was the only doctor in it. Like, how does that work? I don't know. That's.
I just want to know how the entrepreneurial spirit in that is crazy. How did he get the spot to have?
And then where did he get the equipment?
Where did he get the equipment, the money, to do any of this?
Right. Was he taking out loans?
Yo, that's a generational thing, man. I think that's like something that like you don't even think that far right now. But in today's age, like that's regular. Like I feel like kids are gonna see that story like, oh, of course he did.
Yeah. Like, that's a good plan.
That's a good plan.
I got a plan of my own, too.
Yes. Facts.
It's definitely like a new age thing completely.
So, and this kind of reminds me of the conversation we had about DC. So, you think DC is not a hustler? And this is a little slightly off topic.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's yo, go ahead, guard.
Because, like, he basically said, like, he feels like in other cities and other places, people are hustlers.
They
get to the bag somehow.
I remember running to, like, an establishment and it was closing down. I'm like, yo, could I just, get this real quick? They was like, nah, we're closed. If that was Brooklyn, if that was Bronx, if that was anywhere else besides, like, DC, in my opinion, they would have been like, all right, give me the bread, make it quick.
So I agree. The only thing that makes me disagree is our barber. Like, I feel like he makes me think that people do hustle out here.
Well, because he's a hustler.
Because he's a hustler, and I think that's the point we made. Like, it's very rare to find like, yo, shout out to Ree again.
Facts. Shout out to Ree.
Like, Ree is a hustler.
I gotta pull up. He nice. fucking nice.
He's not. Yo, Rhea's
and
nice.
Soro's nice too. Who we used to work with. She's the barber. Shout out to her.
Yeah. I think they in the same shop now. Even.
Well, yeah, but you know she in Atlanta. But yeah.
Yeah. Like yo, like, and I think he's like the exception.
So he's the exception.
I think he's the exception. Like I said, like I feel like they don't really. Like the grind isn't super hard here in DC.
I think because it's easier living.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true.
No, I don't, and that's what I think our argument. Like, what is the difference? Like, why is it? Because, like he said, like I feel like if you pull up, even in Syracuse, I feel like you pull up in the spot.
Yeah,
with
I didn't
money.
want to say it because I never lived there, so I, you know.
No, even in Syracuse,
they hustle.
They hustle.
Yeah,
there's a grind there that like people are like, even if you ain't got nothing, like you are trying to get something like this. Right. There's a
but
grind,
what about?
I feel
like you would know this better than we do. Like the artsy scene almost, where like you go to like this pop-up event for somebody's
I love that
brand.
shit. I think
there's a lot of that in DC.
Yeah, I think it's a huge emergence of that. But in regards to like establishments, like people that have establishments or organizations that have establishments, I don't feel that. If I almost feel
but
like,
you're not talking about establishments. You're talking about just like on a personal level.
I'm talking about on a personal level, like yo, like I'm going to go do this. I want this. I'm gonna go after that.
Like, I gotta get to the bag. I gotta get whatever to the bag. It takes.
Yes.
There's
so you don't think that's in DC?
Nah, I don't think it's in DC fully, but there's definitely like I'm talking about like the small, young, black entrepreneurial scene. They go hard.
Okay.
We go hard, but I
don't know if they're from DC. I don't know if they are from DC,
but like, I feel like they might not. You know what I mean? It's
not
probably
from
a few.
Here.
You got your few, but it's few and far in between.
There's exceptions, and like I said, there's always exceptions to the rule. And I think Ree again is a huge exception. I feel like whoever's listening to this is gonna be like, nah, my cousin did this, and like there are always exceptions to the rule. I just think as a whole, like the kids that I've seen. But you know, and there's hustlers within the group that I've seen, like kid wise, like there's definitely hustlers I can see, like, oh, you gonna open up this whatever shop and they're gonna be like, I had the girl who was coming to my classroom who was making clothes already. Yeah, she was in 8th grade. She was making.
And you
clothes.
told me there was another one like sold hair or something.
So I'm talking two different schools now. Okay. The girl who sells hair is at the high school now. Okay. But the girl who was making clothes was an 8th grader in middle school. Okay. You know what I mean? Who had the patches? Like she's a hustler. Yeah. Like she's a hustler. And they don't make like. That's one out of the 80, 100 kids I've seen. Right. Like, they don't got that in them.
Yo, something else to, like, add to your point. Basically, like, there's a few people that are, like, really good, and then there's so many other people that are mediocre. And I think that the people that are mediocre, they just be like, I get by. So it adds on to what you're saying. Like, they be like, I get by. Like if we're talking about barbers and shit. How many trash barbers? You know what I mean?
There are a lot of trash barbers.
And so let's use that as an example. Like, yo, like, they just be, like, comfortable. They fine with where they at. But then you have people like
that's a good example to use, barbers, because I always wonder, why are there so many trash barbers in DC?
Right. Yo, for a fact. That's a fact. So I really feel like that. And when you put that on a larger scale, it's like people get comfortable in their spot. And I tie it back and I say, like, maybe it's because it's a little bit easier living out here. Maybe not in DC, but what if you live in Maryland?
Right.
That's cool, man. You could get a good sized house for not that much, depending on, you know, how far you are from DC.
Yo, even going back to Syracuse and talking about the house, I can remember being in a barbershop in Syracuse and having like 5 or 6 different people come in with things that they selling. You know what I'm saying? Like we got popcorn, we got food, we got sodas, we got chips, we got dinners, we got like I can remember the dude from next door coming back in hitting each barber like, what you want? Like, I got you. Like with 5 different, not the same person, but 5 different people walk in the shop selling 5 different products. You know what I'm saying? I can remember a dude used to walk in with clippers.
That was definitely New York City. So.
Yeah,
dude was walking in
everybody
with
was
clippers.
Selling everything.
You selling clippers to a barber? Like that's what you do.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
But wait,
that's a hustle.
Is that have you not seen that in DC?
No,
I have.
You've seen that here
at the barbershop I go to, Lee's barbershop.
I've seen the joint I used to go to where Chris used to work at, the white boy.
In
that shop you would see
Chris
people,
was nice
people coming in hustling,
all of that.
Okay, and then maybe if that's the case, then maybe I'm mistaken, because I've only seen, since I've been with Ree, I've only seen one person come in like.
But that's different because it's a whole salon of
which is why I feel like it should be packed with people selling stuff.
But don't you got to get buzzed in?
Nah, you don't. You can just walk in.
You just walk in.
You would think that there would be way more people.
That's your like that should be.
But
like
I have seen that.
Haven.
I agree with you on that though. I have seen that though.
Yeah, they could go harder. I think we all in agreement.
Yeah. Right. It's definitely not on New York's level. Yeah, it's not on like Atlanta.
New York State.
We're bringing you into the fold on that one. Yeah. And Atlanta was another, and we're going to move on, but Atlanta was another place where I saw a lot of hustler.
A lot of hustler. Like, yo, we hustling. Like, even, this is not in Syracuse. I was going to say, like, people even sell them, like, clothes and stuff on the corner. But I have seen that here in D.C. as well.
Yeah. Some dude, I went to Walmart, and the dude was selling, like, he stole it from the Walmart and just put it right out front. He was trying to sell, like, toothpaste. I was like, I wonder how much he's selling this toothpaste. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to cop.
Because I will go to the competition.
Right. Yo, 50 cents? Like, we out.
Wait, I'm over
Yo, he's wildin'. Hot boy. Oh, that's a good one, too. Yeah, that's me. From that Ha Davis.
Yeah.
But
that was like the last year.
Right. That's a fact. Album of the decade?
We've spoken about this a little bit. All right, so for me.
Hold on, let's hear Z's first.
Okay. What's yours?
Yo, like, honestly, man, like, I don't really have, like, an album of the decade. Like,
but not, like, for you, whatever you like. Because I think we agreed. So
on what, but I feel like after we spoke about that album, I was like, there's bangers on that album.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm like a huge J. Cole fan, man.
Yeah,
like,
so saying J. Cole.
I'm a huge J. Cole fan. Like,
was it Born Sinner?
I love Born Sinner.
Is Born Sinner where he was in the gym, like in the locker room?
No, that's Sideline Story.
Okay.
I like Sideline Story too.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people,
that would be the
that
one
was the very first time. A lot of people don't like Sideline Story because they feel like it's too commercial.
Yeah,
but
I liked it too.
Not that it wasn't hot. They felt like it was too commercial.
Right.
And I think the issue was like,
but the bad on that album, I didn't like the good. There's a lot of good on it that I.
There's a lot of good, and the only reason people don't like it is because Friday Night Lights dropped like 4 or 5 months before.
Yeah, and Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights was fire. So you have Friday Night Lights, and then you get Sideline Story, and you like, but not because Sideline Story wasn't hot.
It's just
like Sideline Story
so
was
it'll
nowhere
be a
near.
J. Cole.
It would be J. Cole, Born Sinner. A lot of people like Forest Hills Drive.
That's my favorite J. Cole
I like
album.
my favorite is Born Sinner though.
What's your favorite J. Cole song?
I
got mine.
I think I got mine too.
Me.
For real?
I love that shit.
Okay.
Or I like Sacrifices with him and Earth Gang. I really like that. That's
so somebody else got to be on it. Basically.
Like that ain't a J. Cole joint. Like that, you sounding Wild Shakes right now.
Word.
But so what's crazy is I really like. I don't know if y'all heard an album called Truly Yours.
Of course, yeah.
I like Truly Yours, and I
that
like a baby girl down your window. I let her see the hair flow when the wind blow.
Okay.
And even if the money been slow, I know it still don't matter because you still gonna ride with me. Like, that's my joint.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
You still gonna ride
Yeah, you
with
might have
me.
sang that off key.
Yeah, I'm like,
maybe I
that
sung it off
sound-
key. You still gonna then there's the what's called joint. I really
You
like
think they'll notice if
Unabomber.
I run and get a beer?
Nah, go ahead.
I really like Unabomber too.
Okay.
There's a lot I like. I even like the higher. Come here, I'm about to take you higher. We about to set this bitch on fire. For a little gas.
I don't know though. I
spark
feel
up
like
your lighter.
his newer and his collab.
I mean, a lot of people like the newer stuff.
Yeah.
So I like that. Like,
Yo, it's
I like.
a can opener on the. Oh, I got it.
What's the joint with now I'm drawing a blank. It's on Born Center with
Oh, yeah, I'm not a J. Cole fan, so I don't know.
snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he's alive.
Hey,
It's beauty in the
hey.
struggle. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I like Cold World.
I feel you. All right, so, and then the album we were saying was My Dark and Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, that was
that
just,
Kanye joint.
That was just a different that was
yo.
It was peak Kanye when he
Right.
was like to me at his highest peak.
Taking his medicine regularly.
I don't think he was prescribed at
as
that
prescribed.
time. I don't think he was prescribed at that time because that was Henny Ye. That was Henny Ye with Amber Rose.
It was right after the
Henny Bottle Ye.
What's
his mom still here?
Yeah.
Yes, because
Then he was on his medicine regularly.
Nah, that was
before
Henny Ye.
808s.
Nah, then he was taking
Henny
it without us
Ye.
knowing.
No, wait. 808s was before that, right?
No, it was after.
It was after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was after.
So
That
was mom
Henny.
still here or no?
His mom's
Yeah,
still
his
here.
mom.
If moms are still here, mom made sure he took them as
but
regularly.
it's after the Taylor. What's her name?
Taylor Smith. That
Taylor
was
Smith.
Henny Ye.
Once mom went, he stopped taking his medicine.
I don't know about that. I can't confirm.
I mean, I'm sure that was traumatic.
It was traumatic for him.
Okay.
And on top of that, he got into a crazy car accident, so he could have got brain damage that was lingering.
That was early though.
Yeah, but football players get CTE years later, years after their career.
Okay.
So what's a car accident to a non-athlete?
And clearly his head was hit. If his jaw had to be
if his jaw broke, facts. So people always be saying he, you know what I mean, whatever, crazy and shit.
I don't know. All I know is
just saying.
Like that was a fire album.
Facts.
Like I can't even hate on it. And y'all know I don't fuck with Ye anymore.
Oh, you know Jesus is King came out. Yeah, Jesus is King. Or the new one. It's a gospel. It's like the choir people.
Right.
Yeah.
He's calling Jesus King though.
Yeah, I think it's called
Kanye
Jesus is King. Yeah.
It's called.
Oh, okay. That's surprising to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but
Kanye is very much so like I am king.
Nah, he over that now.
So I have this theory about Ye that he is still he's talking about himself.
You think he's calling himself Jesus?
Yeah, that's my theory.
He called himself Jesus.
I think
right, and he was about to call
I think
himself
he likens himself to like I'm a king. And I think he looks at
yeah.
himself as like a Jesus figure.
I mean, Jesus is born.
Like, is that far fetched?
Jesus is born just came out. My bad. Jesus is born.
Jesus is born. All right. So it's not Jesus King. It's Jesus is born.
That's the Sunday service choir people.
So who was he calling Jesus?
I thought he was calling real Jesus.
The answer still stands.
If he's calling Jesus, then you know nothing to say. But I feel like it's definitely a little shaky when it comes to Kanye.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
All right, all right, so we both agree that it's the Ye joint. You think it's Born Sinner. You gotta think of something. It's not Born Sinner.
You're right.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was trying to like mellow it out. Any like runner up.
Yo, and I fuck with Cole. You
Yo, all we saying is like if
Kendrick, one of Kendrick's albums.
I would have picked
Mad City.
I would have picked that over Born Sinner.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
he ain't listen to that.
We're gonna change that for you. Like, but I like the loyalty. Shout out to J. Cole.
That's funny.
So what's the biggest app of the decade?
Facebook.
All right.
So
slow for that.
Yeah. So let's talk about something that had like their peaks and shit. Mm-hmm. I think Twitter definitely had its peak. Snapchat definitely had its peak. Vine, but then they collapsed, so it's quiet for them.
Oh, I think that goes along with the whatchamacallit though, with the
I forgot about
slogans.
Vine.
Do it for the Vine.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna
do it.
Yeah.
Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. And they start, yo.
That has to be a finalist.
That's the finalist for sure.
Hell yeah. So
yo, please like comment on it. Like if you hear this and you have something that you want to add, please.
Yeah,
like,
what was
comment.
the moment of the decade for you?
Facts.
Moment of the decade, all of this.
We're obviously
Sports.
covering like a few different topics. So if you want to say something for each of those topics, let us know.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Quote.
So Vine is Vine was a game changer.
You know what I just thought about? Because we thinking about social media, right?
Yeah.
The one thing we forgot, bro. Tinder, bro.
Tinder.
Yo, for real. You know how many people that connected other people within cities? Like that's a big thing, bro. And it's so big that it became like if you did anything on dating apps, people would immediately assume like Tinder, like you're on Tinder.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It wasn't no slogans or nothing like that, but y'all don't think it's that big?
So what?
I think
are we
we
talking
all
about
agree
app
that
or slogan? What are we talking
it's an
about?
app. But I'm saying like Tinder didn't get a
so
slogan,
app wise,
but
gotcha.
we know it's Instagram.
No, I agree. I think it's in the conversation.
Right. Like I just you know what I mean? Like
I don't think it is it, but it's in the conversation. Nah. I think it's either Twitter or Instagram.
It's not Twitter. Definitely.
So
not Twitter.
and I already told you why I think it's Twitter. Well, I think it could be Twitter. I think I'm inclined to agree that it's Instagram.
Yeah.
Because Instagram is popping right now.
So why do you think it's Twitter?
So I think it could be Twitter because, especially in the context of Black Twitter, I feel like we just got a voice. Like we're like a power. Like Black people are a power in ways that I don't think we were before. At least like in the public conversation.
Yeah, it definitely helped.
You know what I'm saying? And like movements were supported by Twitter, and that's not.
Hashtags was because of Twitter.
Yeah, and those movements aren't just limited to like America, even though you had like Mike Brown, you had like Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, but then you also had the China joint,
Hong Kong, the Arab Spring,
Yep.
like in 2015, 2014. Like you had mad events that were fueled by like social media, and it was mostly Twitter.
It was because of Twitter.
Okay,
Twitter's big because remember like shows would be like, hey, what do you think about this? Tell us on Twitter. And then it'd be like hashtag da 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 da. And then you could do it live. And that was huge too. Like how you could watch a show live, you could watch Power, you could watch
tweet it, hashtag,
Scandal,
and it would pop up.
All that, and really have a live conversation while something was happening. Twitter's huge on that, but I just feel like it dropped off.
No. The staying power hasn't been on the level of Instagram. So
because Instagram got Snapchat up out of here.
Right.
And then, well, I don't know when, but I think Facebook bought them first, and then they got Snapchat up out of here.
But wouldn't you? I feel like that kind of makes a case for Snapchat though, because a lot of the like features that Twitter has now, Instagram has now come from like.
You're right. They didn't innovate.
Snapchat.
They just like did the same thing. Oh,
so is Snapchat? Because Snapchat, a lot of the things like even the filters, like everything.
Yo, when you think about it, Instagram is really like a clone. Instagram was Vine. They took what Vine did. Got them up out of here. Yes. They took what Snapchat did. Now Snapchat is revamping. They do like their stories are real interactive, and they got the face shit.
The face joint, the filters,
the chicks and shit be using. But
no. I think like when kind of takes away like from Facebook owns all Instagram.
Right. So who's the winner?
Well,
yeah, when you put it like that, Facebook. Every app I get now, it'd be like, yo, do you want to log in with Facebook? Damn, yes. Facebook got it, God. They're so like in the shadows.
Is that the argument you're making?
I mean, but what about convenience? What about convenience, though? We got like 5 minutes before our next break. Well, 6.5. But like, what about convenience? Like, what about food apps and shit like that? Like, I feel like.
So I think the best app of our lifetime.
Oh, damn.
Lifetime.
This not Tinder?
No. It's not Tinder. It's Uber. I think Uber changed
the game.
Everything.
Yeah,
like
that goes with Uber Eats, and then everybody else is like behind.
They literally like imagine thinking that you could take over the taxi game.
Yo,
like that's so like old school in my head. I'm like,
I'll do you one better. If you were on the side of a road and you put your thumb out, what would you be doing?
You be getting driven by nobody's picking
a stranger, right? You'll be getting hitchhiked when you think about it.
Oh, I thought you meant like if you were trying to call a cab in the city, because that was the thing about Uber.
They would not pick you up. Yeah, that's a fact. That definitely
happened. And Uber
happened.
changed that. Like now I could get a ride.
By anybody. But what I'm saying is, from the societal perspective, you're putting your thumb out. You're a hitchhiker. I'm not picking up this stranger. Like, this stranger clearly doesn't have a place to go. They don't know what they're doing. It had a negative connotation with picking people up.
Now you could pick up a stranger and get paid for it.
Exactly. Like, literally, when I look at Uber, I'm like, yo, bro, all it is hitchhiking, bro. like honestly, like when you when you put it down to like its bare minimum, that shit is hitchhiking, bro. And you paying a person to hitchhike. And now you paying a person to not hitchhike, but grab your food. Yeah. A stranger's grabbing your food, bro.
That's a fact. But you know, what I really find interesting about like Uber is the fact that they don't even make anything. They literally made an app.
Yeah.
They're not supplying the cars. They're not the drivers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
To me, that makes it the most genius invention.
Facts.
That I've
and now
in
they
our
got
lifetime.
Now they got Uber Bucks.
But that same token though, man, like you have like at one point growing up, I was taught never get in a stranger's car. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, and I was also taught don't go in nobody's house.
Okay.
Right? Like if I don't matter if your friends bring water out.
If you go into the house, don't go into nobody's fridge. But
don't go in nobody's house. Don't touch nothing. Now you staying in somebody's home with Airbnb.
For Airbnb. Oh yeah, you certainly are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, these apps are really changing the way we think, bro.
Yeah.
Because
now you have strangers in your crib.
Now you staying in strangers' crib all the time, and it's regular.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yo.
So is that your pick?
I mean, Airbnb? like Airbnb is definitely up there, and now there's like more than one version of Airbnb.
Facts.
It is.
They even have one that's like catered to black people too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that, but I know like the same way you got Uber, you got Lyft, you got Via. Like there's more. There's like a lot of Airbnbs that are opening up.
Wow.
Only reason I know this because my mom is currently working on the Airbnb circuit right now. I'm like, like I put it up on Airbnb and I put it up on this. It's just like 3 things.
Oh, like Cozy. And
yeah. Like I put it up on different,
Apartments.com. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's
Craigslist. Craigslist is a low key sleeper too. Even though negative stuff is happening on Craigslist, like
a lot of people still buy couches and furniture off Craigslist.
Yo,
like,
that's how I furnish how we furnish the cloisters.
Yeah, of course.
I still got the table from the cloisters. I love that table, bro. We had nights on that table.
Yo, Craigslist is like a legendary.
What was the joint where they were selling box?
Backpage.
But Backpage.
And
yo, my homeboy hit me up, was like, yo, you got to get on Backpage.
I'm
sorry. Like, I'm good,
when
bro.
you say selling box.
You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Facts. Yeah, selling box, bro.
That's kind of why they had to shut it down.
I've never even heard of this.
It was like a
What?
sex trafficking thing.
I've
Yo,
never,
it was crazy.
that sounds like pimping at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could just pay. Shorty put up her rates. I've never been on it. I'm just
Me neither.
I've never, I was
I
like,
do feel like we need to stipulate that.
Right. I've never been. My homie told me to do it, and I was like, nah, I can't do this.
It's
shit.
okay. You told your man about what's it called? Backstage?
Nah, he
Backpage.
told me about Backpage. Yeah,
It's okay. You don't gotta clean it up.
So shouts out
You
to
gotta
all
clean
the
it up
apps.
because I sense a cleaning up.
I gotta clean it up. Like it's okay.
Yeah. Nah, but shouts out to all the
How
apps.
many shorties you meet off there?
I never met nobody. I
Just one?
never got on it.
That's where you met Stacy.
You got mad defensive. I never met nobody. I never met nobody.
You met Stacy on there.
Yeah, nah, I never met nobody.
It's okay. It's okay. You met Stacy.
I never met nobody.
Stacy came to the cloisters one time.
Who's Stacy? Yo, I'm about to expose you, bro. I've been holding this.
He's coming for you. I'm not gonna lie. He's
Yo,
coming for
nah,
you.
I got a bombshell that I would never fucking say on the show.
I'm nervous for you. I'm
I got
nervous.
a bombshell, bro.
nervous
Like,
for you.
where the bomb emoji? Where the bomb? Not the emoji, but where the bomb at? I got rid of the bomb. I had the
Yo,
bomb.
just say it. Just say it.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yo,
I'm not
just
gonna
say
do
it.
that. I ain't gonna do that.
He just told you to say it.
Nah, I would never do that to you.
It's okay.
He sounds scared. You know your
okay.
voice
It's
going.
okay. It's okay.
You don't mean that shit. Just don't leave.
I ain't
Don't
gonna
say
do
it.
that. I'm gonna tell y'all on this quick break. And then all good. We are back. Yeah, we good. We good. Yeah. All right. So I gotta tell the world this, man. I had to get it real dramatic. Nah. So Z's be on some like I don't eat pork type shit, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And then one time back in the day, he cracked a fucking white joint. So I'm just like, yo, you can't be on no hypocritical. Yo, nah, son, I'm not fucking with all of this. You that dude from
Explain
Don't
yourself.
Be a Menace. Yo, for those who don't know, go watch Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice society. It's on Netflix. Don't Be a Menace with Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix got real black.
Yo,
Yeah.
they like we need something to hold
on there,
on.
Loving Basketball.
They trying to hold on because of
Wakanda
Disney
Forever
Plus.
on there.
They trying to hold
They
on
got
because of Disney
mad
Plus is
joints
out
on
to
there
get
now.
them. But yo, facts though, like Z's dude that be like, nah, son. Like,
So what was your thinking going into
what
that?
happened?
Yeah, like what happened?
Listen, fellas. You know,
listen, Linda.
Linda, honey, yo, facts.
That's a good one. Yeah. But one of the things I want to point out is you ain't denying this, right?
Like, listen, man, like, yo, listen.
Listen, we're listening, man. All right, go ahead.
I love women. Like I've said in the past, like I love black women. You know what I mean? Like I have a mom and my sister and my cousins.
Going?
Yo,
I don't know where this is
know.
going. I was trying to give you the space, but what are you talking about right now?
Yo, like we just just confirming some things about who I am.
All right.
And you know, things happen all the time.
Oh, all right.
This is not good.
Yeah.
It's not
Things happen all the
good.
time.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I feel like
Hey, yo,
y'all
we
talk
not
like-
cutting this
So
either.
y'all never been intimate with a
Wait,
woman.
Let's try to swing it
whoa,
on you.
This is federale talk. This is federale talk.
So you never been in. Yo, he on Don't Be a Menace again. Remember when he was like, yo, have you ever been in the shower with a man?
Yo, bro. Yo, you just showed your true colors.
Like,
Yo, he started sweating.
Yo, he was like, yo, I gotta put this on somebody
Remember that
else.
little-
No. Like, yo, yes. What you want me to say?
Yo,
Yes.
yo, why his
Yes.
voice so high? Yes, I mean, yes. I did it.
All right.
I did it.
What do you want from me?
He like Mr. Krabs.
I just
when
don't
he was
understand
in
why
that-
this is even a big story. I don't
It's not
understand
a
why
big-
this is
it's
a
not
big story. It's not a big. It's what I'm saying.
Your denial is a
Yeah.
big story.
It's not a denial. I'm not denying anything.
I'm not denying it.
Yo, so check this out.
I didn't eat a box. She ain't mine. Whoa.
Yo.
sorry.
Nah, they don't lead over this way.
Yo, my bad.
You on an island, brother.
Hey, my bad.
This is different.
Talking crazy.
All right.
So side note, like, what's a cool story? Maybe it's not that cool to you. I don't know. But a professor.
That was mad depressing.
No,
maybe it's not that cool.
A professor. I mean, I don't think it's cool.
Actually,
but a professor
this is actually really sad.
Who I spoke to going into after the Christmas holiday. I had one of my professors from Syracuse hit me up, and we were talking about different things. And she was like, "Yo, I watched the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, I think you guys are doing an excellent job. Like, I'm really proud of you. Like, shout out to, I don't know if she wants me to say her name right here, but shout out to, that professor at Syracuse."
Yeah. That's a cool story.
And, it's a cool story, but in my mind, I'm
cool
thinking,
story, bro.
She hung up the phone and was like, "All right, Z's." And I was
okay.
Like, all right.
Yeah.
I see where we are.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that was cool.
So she just learned something about
me. Just learned something about me.
Y'all on the roll. Remember that? That boy good. With it was Eddie Murphy, but they revamped the meme and it was like that boy. Never mind.
Yeah, you got a boo. You got a boo on there.
I got the
but like I thought that was cool, and then like in my mind I was like, yo, I be talking mad pro black on here.
Oh, she white.
Yeah, this is an older white lady.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I'd be like, yo, like I'm down with this, and then they're like, yo, say y'all cracked a white girl before.
Like, yo. She gonna be in the back like, yes.
Maybe she is on that type of time.
I don't, but
she gonna pull up on Z's. Bitch, I won't even talk. Straightforward, I don't even lie. I don't. Watch it and watch you can see the I said watch you can see the top. I said to watch you can see the top. I did. I bought it with me, I ain't leaving mine. Bow. Bow. I bought it with me, I ain't leaving mine. Shooters with me, I gonna fuck with you cool.
Say you ain't GDK.
What? Easies. I need the money. I'm greedy. We
don't like the way you cheat. Hey.
I need never feed. Man versus not believe. Free something.
Geeked out.
Yo. She let me fuck on the weekend. Fuck it. All right, we kind of wild. Woo. Damn.
Yo, so you gotta listen to Fabio.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Fabio. I know the song.
You don't know the song.
I do know the song, man.
You don't know the fucking song.
You don't know the song.
Yo. So hanging with y'all enough. I know the song.
So what else? Best movies, bro. Best movies
of the decade.
Yeah. Shit.
When did
I wish I saw more movies.
When did Inception come out?
That's what I was saying. Yo, we here, God.
That's not the fire movie of the decade?
I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up.
If that was in this decade, then
Inception for a fact, bro. I had a crazy dream the other night, bro.
Oh, Wakanda Forever. Okay.
You just said Inception first. I'm gonna take that back.
Guess what year?
2010.
Snitched. Yeah,
it counts. It definitely counts.
Inception, hands down.
It definitely counts.
Inception,
it has to be
down.
Yo,
what's yours, God?
Wakanda Forever.
Word. See, if we had to give it to a Marvel, I'm not trying to do.
He violated.
No, I love Wakanda.
He's like, oh, word. Anyway, so
yeah. I told you voted for Trump.
No, stop. Yo, you gotta stop that, God. You gotta stop that. Cause then it's gonna come to the point when we get bigger, like people gonna pop up on the street.
Like wow, right, I like you even though you support Trump.
Yeah, like,
you gonna start getting that.
I won't say
but
it,
if they come, you gotta be ready for this one-hitter quitter, bro. I never lost.
Relax.
Never out here in DC. The only person I lost to was the bouncer, and that's because Z's was holding my arms, and the bouncer hit me, and I dropped. Yeah. But I won all my other battles, bro.
Okay. Yeah, we legit almost fell down the steps. Straight to the bottom.
That was a night, man.
But all right, so Inception. What about you, God? Favorite movie? You really think Wakanda for real?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't seen a ton of movies.
But
like
what's
I don't
his
know
name?
enough.
Endgame was better than that, cause
No, I did not like Endgame better.
Endgame was crazy.
Where they all like disappear? Is that the one you talking about?
No, that was the one before that. That was Infinity War.
So what happens in Endgame?
Yeah, that's
Captain America. Captain
when,
America.
What's his name dies.
Iron Man dies.
Captain America gets old. Iron Man dies.
Figuring out a million different ways to win.
No, that's Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but that's Endgame.
Yes, that's Endgame.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's at the end of Infinity War when he was like, "Yo, there's
so many
6
possibilities.
6 million, and 4." You know what I mean? I don't know, too many.
But
600.
I mean, you remember?
I know Endgame. Yeah. I know Endgame.
Okay, but not seriously. You think that?
Nah, I like Black Panther better than Endgame.
Oh, you lying.
So that was
You
the
wild.
best movie of the decade.
Like I said, I haven't seen that many movies.
I'm not
man.
disagreeing
Like,
with you though.
I haven't seen
It
that many
gotta
movies.
be Inception, bro.
If you think it's in,
I like Black Panther. Like
That's good, man. That way good, man. I should really restart the shit. Like,
yo, I feel you on that because it was an impactful movie. Yo,
it was was a movement.
Yo,
That's
to go see Black Panther that weekend was an event. If
Right.
you were black.
Yo,
Right.
It was an event.
My school paid for every kid.
Yo, for
My
real?
school paid for every kid to go see Black
that's
Panther.
big.
That's dope.
And
I
I'm
didn't
not
even
the
know
only
that.
Yeah, we
school,
actually
like,
gotta
multiple
keep that.
schools
That's
like
a fact.
paid
That's awesome.
for their kids to go see Black Panther.
Yeah, that's
I
a
didn't know
fact.
that.
That's
It was
a
a
fact.
big deal.
Nah,
Okay.
it definitely was. You're right, but
Nobody paid for Inception.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a trump card because that's big.
Okay,
You had
if he used
schools
that-
paying
but what about-
for the kids to see
For
it.
the kids to see Black Panther?
Well, then, okay, if you want to do that, what about
Nobody paid for Endgame.
Nope, I'm not gonna
Nobody
say.
paid for Endgame.
I'm not gonna say Endgame. I'm gonna say iRobot with Will Smith, where they had the little.
What?
Look at it. Look, because it's foreshadowing. Like they had the little things that was basically like the Alexa
I
that
don't
we
know why
have
you brought
now,
that. Yeah.
and then they eventually had some shit that would like run around and clean your crib. Black got the little.
That came from the
robot.
movie?
Yes,
Oh.
and it would go around and clean your crib. Black got that at his house.
Can you confirm that? That came from the movie?
iRobot,
I don't
and
know
then
if it's
eventually,
in the movie.
and then
I know it's in the
eventually,
movie.
and then eventually it became a actual human, not a human, but it was a
Were you talking
human
about-
shape.
are you- wait, are
and
you-
then the robot started attacking
But
them.
I'm saying, are you talking about the
Foreshadowing, God.
the thing that cleans the floors?
Yeah.
That came from the movie?
No, but I'm saying it came out
It's in
before
the
we
movie.
had
It's
that.
in the movie,
But it
okay.
came out before we had that. So I'm
It
just
came
trying
out
to,
before it was in your
I'm
home.
just trying to say, I'm trying to talk about like impact, like where we are now. Like eventually we're gonna have a robot in here cleaning stuff.
All right, that's not a good enough reason for
Nah.
for iRobot. Nah.
All right, well,
I don't. Is iRobot in the decade?
all right, well then what about? Yeah, it was. Actually, shit,
It might
not
be 2010.
It might be too.
Yeah, it might be.
No.
close.
I was a teenager. I'm tripping.
Hey, check. Let's see what year it came out.
iRobot Will Smith, right?
Yeah, I'm going with
Inception.
Inception.
No, it's definitely Inception.
I'm going with
Yeah,
Inception.
04.
04? Oh shit, yeah.
yo,
We didn't spend 5 minutes talking about that movie.
yo, that's crazy. I'm bugging
Alright,
out.
so
What about Avatar? Remember Avatar? The
Avatar
movie?
was big.
Avatar was really big.
Avatar
big,
was
right?
big.
Yeah. Avatar is definitely this generation or this decade.
What about the Dark Knight though?
When he died, when he blew up, flew to the
With the
Batman?
Joker, yeah, with the Joker.
I don't know.
Heath
Avatar
Ledger.
came out in 2009.
I mean, I remember like everybody wanting to see the Dark Knight.
Wait, no, it was a good movie, and Keith Ledger played the fuck out his part
amazing
so
role.
much that he killed himself. R.I.P.
Because what I'm thinking about less is about whether or not I like the movie, and more about how big the event around the movie was.
Right,
and
right,
that's why I'm not saying that you're crazy with Black Panther, because Black Panther was like.
But I could say the same.
Because like if you think
feel
about
bad.
that, just like how hyped people were to see a movie, like Black Panther was up there.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the stats for Black Panther was definitely better. I don't want to.
So
take anything away.
I guess it's two different conversations: whether the movie is worth that or whether the moment.
Nah, but the moment matters too, though.
The moment matters too.
So that's why I feel like. But I feel like Inception is a way better movie than anything that ever came out this decade.
Yeah, I
But-
probably agree with that.
Black Panther for the culture definitely got a big impact.
Yo, huge.
I mean, I haven't seen the new. What is it? Queen Slim Queen.
Nah, too much mixed reviews. Like too many.
Have you seen it?
No, but I like too many mixed reviews. Like
I'm gonna check it out though for sure.
everybody loves Black Panther. Everybody loves Inception. Like you got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Another movie I was thinking about was it's an anime, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Broly. No, deadass though. Yo, shouts out to all my anime heads out there. Yo.
Nah.
It was big
Even anime heads would be like, "That's not top.
Nah, it
That's
was-
not the movie of the decade."
for anime.
Oh,
many
for
other-
anime.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got an anime character or
Shouts
category.
out to the, you know what I mean?
As we're looking at the anime characters and
What's the joint where the one bald headed dude dies? Yeah,
Bald head dude.
I don't know.
and you say you know anime.
A bald head dude sound like any.
Yeah, I'm giving it terrible. I don't know. I don't
it's
know.
whatever.
But I saw one that was cool. Oh, you know what I did watch that you told me to watch? Death Note.
Oh my!
That was
God.
good. I did like Death
I was
Note.
so mad when that ended. It's like 30 something episodes.
Oh, I didn't see all 30. I saw like
Oh, you ain't see how it ended?
I saw like the first like 5.
Oh my god, you gotta watch that.
Oh, it keeps
Anime again?
Yeah,
Yo, it's crazy. It's about a dude that like finds a book from a Shinigami, which is like a death god. That's literally death god in Japanese. A Shinigami. And then you write you write shit in the book, and how like you say like you write the person's name, and then they die. If you write their name and you don't say nothing else, they die in 40 seconds of a heart attack. So he was just writing criminals in jail. Everybody was catching heart attacks. Then he tested it and went and like, this person's gonna die at this time on it, and like creating scenarios, and it plays out. So he became like,
it's actually pretty interesting.
Yo, it's so wild. The way he dies is.
I didn't see how he dies.
I'm not gonna snitch, but like, it's crazy.
A piece of me feels like you should snitch.
Nah.
You're like, I ain't watching that.
Yo, I'm gonna have a movie night one night. We're like, yo, pull out. We gonna watch it. I'm gonna pull out Death Note. It's like 30 something episodes though.
What are they? 30 minutes a piece?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's so phenomenal, yo.
All right, so
crazy.
Anime is whatever the joint you said was.
Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, bro.
All right. So,
nerd moment.
yeah. So like, all right, let's get to the political moment of the year.
Facts.
Or of the decade. Yeah. So, I feel like there are different things you could point to. Like there are a lot. Like you have like the impeachment that's happening right now, which is pretty big.
But it's only gonna be big if the Senate actually comes through and they're not.
Not necessarily, because I feel like whether or not they do it, they're not going to. It's still only the 3rd time in history that this has happened. So it's big.
And the last time, it was Bill Clinton and the 90s. So that's big.
And I feel like for the only other comparison outside of Bill Clinton to be Andrew Jackson, I think is huge. And I think like that's what I think people are missing. Okay. Like Andrew Jackson put together the Indian Removal Act.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was removing natives from their land. Like that's when you get the Trail of Tears. Like that's when you get like.
Although but to be fair though, they didn't impeach him for that.
Yeah.
They set up a way to get him out of there. Like they said like, yo, you can't remove. I think it was like cabinet positions, like people who work for his government.
I hear you, but this is the kind of character you're dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
so you're in rare company.
Yeah, you're in very rare company is all I'm saying.
And when you compare it like
evil white men.
But Bill Clinton shit, I'm not gonna say it's not that bad. It
wasn't bad.
That's real chauvinistic though. To be like, yo, you only got your dick sucked.
No, but I feel like the difference is the others are like examples of abuse of power.
Facts.
This is literally just like what he's doing on the side. Like,
yo, not only that, like
bad,
people don't lose their job.
It was bad, but it wasn't like
people do not lose their job from fellatio from a coworker.
Well, you shouldn't at least. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you.
Was she exactly a coworker? Or was she like a step below?
Oh no! No. The difference is, and I see your point, is that it was a subordinate. He's the president of the United States.
Like,
that's a little different.
You wow! You don't even have these thoughts.
You don't lose your job for that, man.
Nah,
you don't lose your job.
That's a little different. That's a little different.
Bro.
That's bad. That's definitely bad.
If your job is dependent on my say, that's bad.
That's bad. You're in a position of power,
but never on angles.
Yeah. Imagine if some shorty was like, yo, you got to do X, Y, and Z.
What if your principal was like, yo, eat my butt?
I don't think that was the scenario.
Whatever the scenario, but
I think it was
still an imbalance of power.
Yeah. If your principal was like, yo, eat my butt, and you're gonna lose the job. You gonna eat the butt?
That's not what happened though. That's not what happened though.
Like, but the follow-up question there is, does that need to happen for you to understand?
Yeah.
I think
like these are the circumstances.
Yes, I think circumstances are important in my opinion.
Nah, because I feel like if you're the president of the United States, like
you already know what time it is.
Like if you don't do what I say, like think of the worst thing that could happen.
But we all know that she was with it because
she was with all of it. She was with all of it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's still improper. It's still inappropriate.
You can't.
It's inappropriate. Okay. Yeah, if you want to say it's inappropriate, cool. I'm with the inappropriateness. I mean, you lose your job.
So he wasn't.
Because
but to be technical, he wasn't impeached for that. He was impeached for lying, like perjury.
Okay.
It was
damn, you political man.
Yeah, it wasn't like the fact that he did or didn't do it.
That's a great point. It was because he lied.
He lied. Okay.
That was it, perjury.
Damn, but if he would have,
if he would have kept it a stack, probably would have been.
I'm gonna say this: your president lies crazy.
Oh, of course.
Who's your president? I'm just asking.
Yo, notice how I ain't need to ask that.
No, because I'm asking. Don't do that. Yo, don't do that.
I just knew who he was talking to.
You talking about you saying Obama lie crazy?
Whoa, nope.
Yo.
and
that's why you want
know
to
that
because you say weird shit like that.
Nah, son, I ain't voting for that.
But and nobody is like, yo, we gotta go because he lies,
right?
like, because he's committing perjury.
No, but you know why? Wait, what?
Nobody's saying the current president has to go because he's committing perjury. I thought it was definitely.
I see what you're saying.
Am I tripping?
Nah. I'm just laughing. This is just funny.
Oh man, like yo, like that's all I'm saying. If like yo, if these are our circumstances and this is what we're doing to get rid of presidents, like,
well,
what he's saying is like Trump is with like Andrew Jackson. Like,
yes, facts. Obstruction of justice.
Yeah,
or Andrew Johnson. Yeah. Like,
and I know you had a really big piece when we were talking about this. Like,
wait, we said first.
I said Andrew Jackson.
The dude that's on the.
Yeah. I caught myself. Andrew Johnson.
You on my money, like, all right, but go.
No, isn't Andrew on the 20?
Andrew Johnson.
Johnson's on the no. Who?
Andrew
No.
Jackson's on like on something.
I think he's on a bill though.
He's on like the 10.
Andrew Jackson, God.
Andrew Jackson's on the 10, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Wait.
Go,
Andrew Johnson is on the 20.
Johnson's on the 20. Okay.
On the 20. Wait.
Yeah. That's Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Jackson, is he on your money? Andrew Jackson bill.
I'm broke, so I don't got shit. Yeah,
Man, I just care about.
Oh,
he on the 20.
He's on the 20.
Bro. That's
Andrew
what I
Jackson's on the
thought.
20.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's on the 20.
So who is Andrew Johnson? Wait, am I bugging?
Wait, who's on the 20?
You
Andrew
said
Jackson.
Andrew Johnson.
No, he said Jackson.
No, God.
No, I
you
said
Andrew Johnson, bro.
I thought Andrew
It's a picture of you and the president.
No, but Andrew Johnson was the president, though. Y'all don't know Andrew Johnson?
I guess so, man. We're not gonna get that far.
Wait, I gotta Google this?
No. So Andrew Jackson's on the 20.
Andrew Jackson was impeached.
Okay,
yes,
so I said it right the first time.
Andrew Johnson don't exist.
No, that's not true.
All right, so let's get back to this conversation.
Just Google it.
So I know, like we spoke briefly about like the impeachment 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, my fault.
We talked about the impeachment and 2. It was like like how the United States was built almost.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? How that maybe that's not what we're talking about today, but like
what the biggest moment? That
was mad decades ago. But like in the sense, no. But we were talking like
what has to do. Hit the blood.
No. Just listen, man. Just listen. You're talking crazy right now.
I'm sorry.
Like in the same sense of like how the United States was built in that time,
shut up.
right? For real, facts only. Like how the U.S. was built in that time, right? And how we are currently like moving in that same direction.
So you would have thrown Z's in the blood.
Yo, y'all are not listening, man. Y'all are not listening.
All right, my bad.
It's too late. It's too late. The moment has passed.
No, it's not. Go ahead.
He said the moment has passed. Chill, man.
Like in the same sense that like Andrew Jackson was like getting rid of natives to like take over the world, and how people are moving west, and how we are currently.
I see his point.
And how people are currently moving in that sense now with the current president, how he's currently like bullying people for power.
The only thing that takes away from your point is that you did also have like Bill Clinton get impeached. So,
yep.
You know what I mean?
I
mean,
but
you
I'm
can
saying
say what
Bill
you want about
Clinton's
Bill
joint
Clinton.
was like, I mean, he wasn't great. And he definitely put a lot of black people away. But I think it was more so like, I mean, the reason for his impeachment though isn't because he's putting blacks away.
No.
The reason for his impeachment, I think, is a little bit bogus.
Bill Clinton?
Yeah, Bill Clinton. Yeah, but he didn't get it. His point is he didn't get impeached for the bad things that he did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah.
And I think you can say that about most.
Yeah, because they have
you
to
can't
have
say
like,
that about Trump though.
They have to have like a super solid case. I thought a president should get impeached once he says grab her by the pussy.
I mean, but
he led with that.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. He wasn't even president when it came out that he said that. So how are you president?
That's not
how do you go from being exposed for saying that to being president of the United States?
And there was women coming out.
That exposed this country, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you had like multiple women. But let's get back to this. I still don't think that's the moment of the decade though. I think the moment of the decade is actually, it predates that. It goes to back when we found out about the grabbing by the pussy, and that's 2016. Yeah. He got elected. I think that's the moment.
Yeah. Nah, was that wasn't 2016?
2016, 4 years.
Oh yes, it was 2016. Yeah. I was thinking 2006. I'm like, a Millie came out.
And election night, we were at the same spot.
Yeah, at the Washington Post.
Yeah, and honestly,
everybody was so joyous. It was like, yeah, we're gonna have our first.
We thought we were at a party, like a celebration.
It was lit.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the picture that we took in that booth joint, like on the stage, would look like it was like a show. Right. And I ain't never post that shit. Like once he won, the room was just deflated. Everybody was just like, wow, like this really occurred.
It went from like a celebration to people noticing what was happening to like it felt like a funeral.
And then going to work, going to work
bad.
the next few days after, the corridors, like the hallways, everybody's cube was just silent. Like everybody was just like, wow.
I know at my job, like only a handful of us even came to work. Like 3, maybe 2.
Yeah, I had to go where it was.
It was
weird.
just, it was different,
so
man.
weird. I think that is definitely the moment, and it sucks because that's a bad moment.
It's a terrible moment. It put us on a path. I felt like I'd be saying like, yo, we heading towards some crazy shit.
Yo, you say we headed towards a civil war?
Yeah. Well, I didn't say civil war. I said world war.
Not civil war. You're right. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know, but it just
talk your shit.
It
man.
Feels crazy.
Now's your time. Now's your time.
It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. But like, all right. So yeah. So like, honestly, like at the end of the day, like that put us on a path. Whatever happens, I don't know.
Right.
But it put us on a new path.
Right.
A path that we weren't on before. So
yeah,
you have to say that that's the moment of the decade.
Yeah.
Even though it happened like 24 years ago.
Because it sucks that like Obama won in 2008. That would have been the moment of the decade last year.
That probably was the moment of the decade.
I remember how it was on campus. It was crazy, but you can't even bring that up. I don't think it had the same.
You could also say that Obama's re-election was a big moment.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You could say that.
Moment, yeah.
2 terms.
2 terms. Like nobody talks about one-term presidents.
That's a fact.
So the fact that he made it to that elite
and
group,
everybody's thinking it. And he black?
And
everybody thinking
how many black people thought? And it crossed my mind. I was like, I hope he has extra security. I hope
everybody
he
thought he
has.
was gonna get got.
I was worried for him.
Everybody
I'm not gonna lie. I was worried.
That's spooky, bro. Like,
the
honestly.
first, yeah.
And he
and people were tight.
I think it was Dave Chappelle or somebody that made a joke where it was like Obama at the stand and he was talking and like like ducking and shit like good morning American people. It's not funny, but it's pretty real. Like everybody thought that.
I know I read an article years ago that said like President Obama felt responsible for why people voted for Trump. In the sense of like,
where did you read that?
I don't remember now, man.
Okay.
But like, no, but
why
he felt
lying?
no. The article is like he felt semi-responsible because like the people dislike me that much to the point where they would go so far left, opposite of what I stood for.
I mean, I think Trump's
or white people. Maybe.
Trump's election was a reaction to Obama, though.
And that's like
some part,
the statement.
It was.
I mean, I don't think like he has. I don't think there's anything he could have done.
Fact.
Like
no, but he says that like there's nothing I could have done about it. But I felt it was like I feel like partially responsible for this happening because like people felt that crazy about me.
Yeah.
Like they felt that far left about me to the point where they would go so far opposite.
But here's I would say that I don't know if that's what you point to only because he was reelected. Like,
right.
He was
now
reelected.
If Trump gets reelected, which I doubt, but
it's possible.
I don't doubt it.
I know.
It's possible.
And that's the sad part.
And this is like this is where we got to start telling people like, yo, when it's time to vote, make sure you vote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you vote.
Especially in those states that I don't want to say that.
No, I don't even like that message.
Word?
I don't care where you live. Vote. Please vote. Because even if you vote in D.C., which to us it's like we in D.C. Blue. Yeah. He's not winning D.C., but you still wanna make sure that your voice gets heard.
You mean like let's just use Virginia because D.C.
That's a swing state. Yeah. Oh, if you live in Virginia, please vote. Right. Like that's not even funny shit. Right. Like please vote.
Facts.
So, but yeah, I would say that's the moment of the decade. Just his election. Like who saw it coming?
Yeah.
And who could have predicted? Even the people who thought it would be bad.
Facts.
Who could have predicted that it would be this crazy?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
So shit. Yeah, we got to
pause that thing.
Let's see what's some other ones that we talking about. But I'm gonna try to think of another one, but I don't think
as far as politics.
Nah, there's no political moment bigger than that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't know. We'll be right back.
Okay. It's high key.
Yo,
like,
so I got.
it's 1 a.m. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it is 1 a.m. That's crazy. Yo, favorite party, God.
Yeah. So for me, and we've had a few.
We could do singles parties too. Like if you were at a party, but whatever your favorite party, I think that'd be cool too.
Yeah,
but
that'd be
the
cool
group
too.
joint. What's the group joint?
So the group joint is True Girl. Definitely True Girl. The first one they did with Manny Fresh.
Yeah. It rained.
Yeah, that was different.
We was under the pavilion joint, and we bought the ticket to where we could participate in the drink in the flip cup contest.
Beer pong.
Flip cup.
Oh, it's flip cup?
Yeah, it was flip cup. The flip
I know
cup,
we were winning whatever the fuck.
Yo, we was winning.
Yeah.
And then QZ pulled up like, yo, can I play guard? I'm like, nah, God.
Quiet.
I was like, yo, we on a roll.
Yeah.
And then we lost.
Then
I
we
was
lost.
tight.
Yeah.
QZ put that voodoo on us, yo. That's crazy.
That shit was fun,
But,
man.
What's called was my favorite, man. I don't even remember what party it was when we played Connect 4.
Yeah, that was
Connect
Red
4.
Cup alumni.
Red Cup.
Oh, yes.
That was my favorite one that we all went to together. I
and
feel
that
like
was
what's
at
called was
Blind
there too.
Wino.
That was at Blind Wino.
Yeah.
Who was the old brother who came and bought the bottle? Oh, it doesn't matter his name, but he came and bought the bottle at the end of the night. You remember that or no?
Nah.
Nah, I don't remember that.
We lived in the cloisters at this time.
And
I
remember I went somewhere and I pulled up.
You talking about the joint we were talking about?
Yeah, like the Red Cup alumni. I'm pretty. Or was that Henny Palooza?
I don't know.
Nah,
it wasn't Henny Palooza.
Yeah, it wasn't Henny. So that's why I was about to say like Henny Palooza was a popping ass.
And that was another
too.
one at Blind Wino.
At Blind Wino,
Yeah.
Blind Wino was the spot, bro.
That was so I've been to a few Henny Paloozas, and that was my second favorite one.
Right.
It was one in Brooklyn. I think I had more fun.
Yeah, I've never been to. Yeah, now do say different, but they did just do the thing in the Barclays. Which
Barclays,
is big. That's
crazy.
A moment. That's a moment.
And they got featured.
Say Palooza.
Yo, I love to see black people doing shit, yo.
Facts.
They got featured in the New York Times.
Oh, that's huge.
The other day.
That's huge.
Did they really?
Yo, a party that started like at somebody's like crib is now being like sold out at the Barclays, and now the New York Times is like, yo, let's write about this.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
That's a big deal.
That doesn't happen often, so you got to salute that. You got to salute
that. 10-year swing.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, is that the entrepreneur of the decade? I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
I'll give it to them.
Damn, that's a
good
point.
Like
rise and grind.
That's crazy.
Rise and grind.
That's crazy. So shout out to them.
For them. Word. Shout out to them.
But yeah, so
singles party, any party that you been in, then like, and you was just like, yo, like.
Yeah, a couple for me. Well, one in particular was in Atlanta.
Where you was at by yourself?
It was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for work in like 2017, and I went to a Grits and Biscuits. That was crazy,
son. Really? See, I would say, because I feel like at Grits and Biscuits, I got kicked out.
Yeah.
And then at Broccoli City, I got kicked out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you sure did.
Yo, y'all had to put me in the Uber twice, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Shout out to a decade ago.
Great times.
Not a decade, but you know what I mean? At least
a lot of memorable moments. Yeah.
Right. So, what was the random moment that we had? I think we had one where Z's wasn't a part of it, but sorry, God. But like,
yes.
That's still that it takes the cake.
Yeah.
But you gotta pull up with yours too though.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You wanna talk about
Yeah. So we were actually leaving was that the Henny Palooza? No, it wasn't.
Nah.
I don't know what that was that we were leaving. But it was at Blind
Southwest,
Wino.
Right?
But it was at Blind Wino. I just don't remember what the event was, but at whatever
it might have been Red Cup alumni.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So whatever the case may be, we were leaving Blind Wino. Leaving the venue, out of nowhere, the cops roll up on us. And now they're asking us questions like...
We fit the description.
Where were you? X, Y, and Z, this, that, and
we
the third.
had the same clothes on.
Yeah, allegedly. So they like held us where we were, like where they stopped us at. And we were at that like intersection for like a while.
Yeah,
and
45 minutes.
And next thing we know... the cops say, I want you to walk to this place, and there was somebody in a car that was supposed to ID us, like where they're not.
Well, we waited, and then they pulled up.
Yeah, so like they were like so just stand here. And weren't they like wait like
yeah? You was tight. You went to Twitter about it, and I was like,
I don't remember going to Twitter about it.
You were mad at me because you were like, yo, like I can't believe that you're not outraged by this. Remember?
I was surprised that you weren't outraged by this. But yeah. Like so
I was like, yo, we fit the description. This shit sucks.
Whatever the case may be, like so, but here's the randomness that we're pointing to. So after all of that happens, before we actually got pulled up, we called the Uber.
Yeah.
And so the Uber driver had pulled up, and he was he stood in the vicinity of where we were, just like watching us.
Right.
Like he didn't leave. He like stood to make sure that we were good. So when we got in the Uber, he was like, "Look, I'm an ex-cop or off-duty cop. I don't remember what it was."
Yeah, some shit.
And he was like, "Look, I was just making sure that y'all were good."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know how this go.
Yep.
Basically, is what he was saying.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Because he was.
We didn't
you know
pay we didn't pay for the Uber. He was like, y'all drop y'all home.
We paid for the Uber, bro.
How? He waited for 45 minutes?
Because we called.
I got him.
Yeah. Like he
sat there and waited.
I think we paid for the Uber.
I don't think we paid for the Uber because I think it was like love. Like we was like, yo.
Oh, maybe we didn't. Whatever the case
we
may
about
be.
we about to do a little kickback at the crib.
And that's the randomness. That's the random night. Go ahead.
Yo, so we at the crib. We having like a kickback at the cloisters and shit. I don't know where you was at. You probably moved out or something. I don't know. But we having a random night, and then like people like dipping off and interacting with, like when people start pulling dolly missions and stuff.
Right.
So people start pulling dolly missions, and then next thing you know, he trying to pull a dolly mission. Oh, he was like, I got a bottle. Like he had a bottle of Ciroc or Bacardi.
Wait,
it was Ciroc. It was Ciroc.
He had a bottle in the trunk. Like he was waiting for the party. He looked at us like, yo, they got the party. Like it was weird.
The off cop?
Yeah, he was like, yo, like I got a bottle.
Facts.
So like, to be real, I don't remember who said what. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna give him some benefit of the doubt. Be like, yo, we about to do this. He's like, yo, I got a bottle.
And so he was like, I got a bottle. So
like, yo, pull up
to the party with a bottle.
He pulls up to the
and tried to take a shorty home.
Yeah, but worse than that.
A little bit worse than that.
So
this is
dolly missions. The next day we find out, like, he was trying to go into another room, and shorty locked the bathroom on the opposite side of the apartment and was like hiding, like and he was like, yo, let's say her name is Claire. He's like, knock, knock, knock. Claire, just open the door. She's like, no. And she would not open the door.
Yeah.
But and then when we came out, eventually, like when everybody like came back to the living room or whatever the case,
it was fine. Yeah.
I think he dipped.
Yeah,
it was like he dipped almost, took the bottle.
Like we didn't find out until the next morning.
Yeah,
like, I don't think we knew about that.
It was crazy. We ain't know about that, but that was the most random moment because
that was random.
Like when
everything
to get
about
on a little serious note, it's like you having a good time. We had a good time. Then we had the incident with the police. Luckily enough, we was able to just like go and continue our night, and we were having a good time. But then like this transpired, and literally like. He could have potentially raped shorty. Like it was like on that level. Like, she had to like go and lock the door. So
you gotta be careful who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, like strangers in the crib.
Yeah, like low key we did. Yeah, we did. That was it was more like yo, he looked out. So
yeah,
cool.
so yo pull up.
Not
knowing, and it's like, yo, when you think about it, damn, dude, you ain't got nowhere else to be. You waited 45 minutes for us. Like I appreciate it.
He wasn't about getting money that night. I'm like that goes back to the hustler DC spirit.
Nah.
You're not a hustler.
No. I mean,
he should have dropped y'all off and kept it pushing, bro. He's not a hustler.
So you would have seen two young black men.
No, I'm saying
Z's would have been like, oh, you from the hood. I'm from the suburbs.
This is 650.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
This is 6,077 cents.
Right.
I'm saying like once he drops y'all back at the crib, once he drops y'all back wherever y'all are going. He don't go back to getting money.
After that.
Or
he
even
decides the night's done. Yeah. And I got this Ciroc on me. He's not a hustler.
That's a fact.
I like how y'all tried to spin it though.
No. You right about that.
That's funny though. But
not wasted, but he took 45 minutes to watch up to y'all.
Yeah.
And then he dropped y'all home and didn't go back to work.
And I ain't
so
even
he
gonna
made
lie.
2 hours of
weird.
no work.
Yeah.
Moving forward into the future, he used to hit me up like, yo, what up, frat?
Oh, I see.
And
he didn't say what up, frat.
On God.
Oh, but you know what? You know how I know he did? Because he said, like, back in his day, everybody called everybody
each other frat.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, we are not in the same frat. Stop calling me frat.
He did say that. He's a Kappa. Yeah.
Yo, that shit was weird, bro. Like, everything about it. Yo, what up, frat?
Yeah.
Yo,
and we were like, what?
I'm not your
I'm not your frat.
Like,
he was like, oh, no. This is how we rock.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, I never seen that. I ain't never heard no old school dudes do that. I don't know.
So that was easily. So what was your random?
I don't even have one, man. I wish I did. Like I said,
I got a random moment for you.
What you got for me, man?
You pulled up with your ex, and then your ex knew some weird dude that was in the crib.
Oh.
Yeah, you pulled up. You know what I mean?
That was
random, bro.
That was pretty random.
That was it was awkward.
And then said that like, yo, he claimed of
You
dating
ain't gotta
her.
go out of
He claimed of dating her.
Yeah. I wasn't even talking about all those
you
lies.
doing a lot.
But that was
You doing a
he the
lot.
fence.
Yeah,
He
you
was
really
I mean,
are.
we said didn't talk about no names, nothing like that.
Yeah, but it was weird though. Like
Yeah,
that was very
that was-
awkward. That was very awkward. I was like, what? Like
That was just
really
strange.
weird.
It was strange, man.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
son. Sorry, I don't know. It just came to me, bro. My bad. Pre-production, we ain't do none of this.
None of it.
But yeah,
probably should have done.
so yeah, we gonna see what. Oh, you know what? What's what's something that we leaving behind in this decade? Yo,
but I always wonder how people do math in their head. Like,
about what?
I feel like we do it the same way.
When we add in
Yeah. Like you take shortcuts to get to the,
to the number. Yeah, I can't add 28 plus 28 plus 28.
Right, I can't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't want to try.
Don't do that.
I don't want to try.
Yo, don't do that to me, man.
Yo, you made it high.
I just wonder why people man.
Yeah, you made it high. Like,
Yo, yeah. So what? I doubled it instead of tripling it. Yeah, that's a fact.
Is that
what
what
I'm
you
saying
did?
is I can't do that.
I don't even know if that was doubling it.
I did 29 two times.
Is what?
Come on, bro. Don't do that.
Is what?
Bro.
Is what?
58 minutes, bro. Plus another 29 is an
The
hour and 27 minutes.
The first time you said 40 something. You said 40 something.
That's crazy.
All right.
Yo, man,
Now,
what we
on?
leaving behind, bro?
Ooh.
That's another one. Remember, they was like, how many states are there? And they were like, 47. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Was it 47 or something else?
On my 21 joint. Yeah, that's a fact.
I remember that.
How many states are there? She was like, what is it? All right.
I'll go first. So for me, right, this is the serious joint. Like, honestly, I want to leave behind in this decade the mentality of like just thinking because you from where you from, you can't necessarily succeed.
Okay.
Deadass. I know you smiling like I'm deadass.
I want to hear more.
Yeah, I want to hear more. Exactly.
So not now. In recent years, I've been a lot better with it. But honestly, like in the past, like being 19,
Okay.
and then like going into like I was 18 going into college, but still like it's still around that same time frame. Like at times I had what we talked about that first or second episode, imposter syndrome, to where I felt like I
don't belong.
Yep. I didn't belong where I was, and some of the spaces that I was at, like I felt lesser than. And like I would tell myself, because I didn't grow up with the best of backgrounds and the best of childhoods, that, you know what I mean, that I don't deserve better. But since, after a few years and just continuing to grow, I really told myself like, yo, like, you know what? Like, I deserve everything I want, bro.
I have questions.
Go ahead, you got it.
Do you believe in like, yo, you became who you are because you pulled yourself up by your own bootstrap?
Nah, I think that's yeah, he's gonna try to tie it into some Trump shit. You think he's slick? It's all good.
That was a good question.
I think I did have similar opportunities to some of the people that were around me, but I think that predicaments make or break you. So for me, it was certain things that I didn't tolerate in my childhood. Like I really hated the fact that we were all together. It was about 10 of us, including my 9 of us, including my parents, in a 1-bedroom.
That didn't really answer the
so
question.
Because of that, come on, God. I think that I had benefits, like people helped me throughout the way. So I would never say I did it alone. You know what I mean? But I do also look at it like, yo, like, I know other people that was in the same predicament and their life may not be going as well or whatever. But
why do you think that is?
I think I'm blessed, bro. Honestly, I really think I'm blessed. Like, I'm not the most religious person. Like, I'm gonna start going back to church like Z soon. But I I really think I'm blessed. Like people really was like, yo, like you don't even know, like, you know what I mean? And then once again, I didn't think much of myself years ago. So to actually have like people behind me to tell me like, yo, you could do it on multiple occasions. I almost failed out of school a lot. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think I was definitely blessed. So I don't think that like pulling my bootstraps up by myself. Nah, you can't do it alone, bro. Right. I'm noticing that. That's why I'm like, yo, let's do a podcast, bros. I couldn't do this shit by myself. I could do my little 1-minute videos, but without y'all, we whack. I'm whack. And in regards to this podcast,
you're known as like a cook out in these streets, though.
Yo, I be chefing, bro.
You be chefing.
That's a fact. But I do want to leave that mentality behind, son. Like, honestly, I think that we need to start promoting.
What's yours?
I was about to go on a rant.
Oh, no. Like, I'm just trying to, like.
Nah, it's so good. Leave that mentality behind, bro. You can do whatever you want to do, for real.
He's like, I'm going to finish my shit.
That's it. That's it. That's all I got.
Like my 2019, what am I going to leave behind?
Yeah, what's something that you thought? What's something that you did? What's some way that you behaved that you just like, I'm good on that?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to leave like this energy of like, do it tomorrow. Like I'm gonna try to leave that behind, completely behind.
That's a really
like I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like it's fine. Like
that's
to think
that
that
suburbs
it's okay.
living. Like it's all right.
Damn.
Not trying to be funny
like,
or nothing,
I'm
but like
definitely gonna. Nah, I mean
like,
I don't think it's a suburb.
No,
thing,
it's not because
you got it too.
I need to leave that behind.
Oh,
no,
shit,
I mean
I
wouldn't say it's.
Please do apologize, bro.
Like I don't think it rises to the occasion of like leaving behind, but I think everybody has that.
Yeah, and I think it's gone a little bit past like procrastination. Even like, nah, it's all right. I'm just gonna go tomorrow. Like the big things as far as like being in education, like grading papers. Honestly, is one thing that I'm probably not
be
like
cramming
the
last
most.
minute. I wouldn't even talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, but you
like,
don't have anything that you put off.
And like something,
I procrastinate for the thrill.
And something as small as like, yo, like
I'm sad.
I'm gonna go grocery shopping. Yo, I'm right now. I got the floor.
This guy,
I got the floor right now.
All right, congratulations, man.
Don't do that.
Are you listening to this?
Yo, I'm saying I'm talking.
All right, go ahead. Talk.
Yo, sorry, I'm dead ass though. Go ahead, God.
How dare you? Why you
interrupted me? Y'all niggas is interrupted me.
Why you tight?
Sorry,
Why you tight? Go ahead.
Something as you know, it's an issue like education, and then even something as small as like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'll just turn around and be like, yo, I'll just go tomorrow.
Oh, you know what you could do for that?
Saying?
You know what you could do for that?
Nope, don't know what I could do.
No, just give yourself a 2-day rule.
Yo, let him talk, yo.
Yo, nah, I'm done. I'm finished.
Chill.
I'm finished.
Let him talk.
I was interrupted like that.
Yeah, yo, damn.
Don't do that.
Oh,
my bad, God. Go ahead.
I'm finished.
All right. You know.
And my bugging he said that shit with extra like.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Right.
I'm finished.
Bad spit. But nah, all right. So you could do a 2-day rule. Never let 2 days go by. You'll be good. Never let 2 days go
He's
by.
like, I got the solution. This is what you got to do.
I'm dead ass though.
I think if it was that easy, nobody would procrastinate.
If you start, but you gotta apply it.
I hear you. I agree. I agree that's the answer. I agree that's the answer.
I feel like that's part of y'all not listening.
Yo,
if I could do it, no. I think that's what I'm saying.
Why
like,
are you so mad about that?
I'm not mad.
You gotta get over it.
I'm not mad. I'm fine. I'm calm.
I'm sorry. Yo.
What's yours, God?
Wait.
Yo, y'all are toasted right now.
Wait. Can you stop talking?
My fault. Go ahead, God.
Finish this shit, bro.
Yo, I'm done.
Are you sure?
I'm done.
All right. So.
Sorry,
shit.
God. Yeah, man. All right, what about you, God? What you doing?
Damn.
Maybe we can think of some funny shit too.
The moment I'm leaving behind.
Nah, not the moment. Just something that you're leaving behind.
Something I'm leaving behind.
What are you leaving behind? It could be a behavior. It could be a term.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a funny term, but we'll see. Go ahead.
I would say
it could be a type of like clothes style.
Nah, I know the rules. I just gotta think about what it is. I think it's probably gonna be Just like, I don't know. Like, I can't think of anything. I would say it's probably just like the idea that, like, I think Obama, and this is like me getting back into the politics, but I do think, I don't know about y'all, but I never thought about like a black person being president.
Right. So you're gonna think that we could do anything we want.
Yeah, I think and I don't think it's just for black people. I think
Facts.
It's like
That's
women, like.
So I'm confused on what's being left behind. Are you leaving President Obama behind?
The idea that you can't do something.
Do certain things because of your complexion.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just I don't know if that's a fair one. That was a cop out.
It's pretty whack.
Yeah, it's pretty whack. I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
And on that note, we are out.
Wait, go to yours. Maybe I'll think of something better. I can't think of anything.
I was gonna say when we first started the topics and shit, I was like, yo, I'm gonna leave slurps behind because I feel like I'm always talking about the term slurps and all that shit.
Oh, just literally the term.
Yeah, the word. No, I love slurps.
Okay, yeah.
But then I was like, nah, that's a cool term, so I can't really fuck with that.
I think that was worse than mine.
Right? Well, I got my serious joint.
That was pretty whack too. You had a good one.
But I had my serious. What about my serious joint?
Your shit was whack too.
No, what was the serious one?
About never think.
I remember the serious one.
It was about never thinking that like
it was very similar to yours.
It was actually mine. You took mine. You know what I mean?
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
What was yours again?
It was that you could do anything that you want and never to let where you come from dictate where you need to go. That's a fact.
I definitely got to think of something.
All right, what's some other shit that even if we don't believe it, should be left behind? Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like a style of dress. Like I'd be thinking like the real baggy. They trying to bring the baggy back.
Who's? Oh, yeah, man.
Nah. Nah. That's the dad clothes.
Yeah. No. He's trying to bring that back.
I ain't rocking no baggy dress.
You know Ye's on that.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Nah,
do you like him now because of that? Because I know. So a lot of people don't like that baggy shit. Z's like
Z's dressed like it's 1998.
He got a size 40. Waiting for that shit to come back.
You know what's crazy? This shit cross a hoodie and it still fit. So that means your shit was super baggy. I'm dead ass. Because my shit was like fitted. Because in my little era, like our shit used to fit. So now my shit look super tight. You know what I mean?
I feel like all your shit looks super tight already, man.
That's like the style.
Yeah, chill.
I don't know, man. Like,
yo, don't come for me, God. Yo. I don't know, God. All right, well, yo. That was a lot, man. That was really a lot.
Yo, what are y'all looking forward to the next decade?
Ooh. It's great.
Like the next 10 years, like you feel like what? Like,
so here's what I say about that. If in 10 years I'm not able to say that I started like a business related to what I do, like for my day to day.
Oh, you already started that though.
Yeah, but all right, so not even start then.
Flourish. You're looking for it to be a full-time job.
Like
that's what I do.
In 2029, I want to be able to say this is what I do.
Right.
Yeah, so that is definitely a goal. Yeah, that's definitely a goal.
What was the question again? What I'm looking forward to in the next 10 years? I think ultimately for me it's just like waking up with my eyes open.
2030, you want to wake up with your eyes open.
Before that, but yes. Yeah, no later than.
That's real.
Like, honestly, bro, like, it feels good to just, like, be able to, like, do things that I like. And now to be able to make those things. Like, I like my job, but I don't wake up with my eyes open. Like, I got to wake up at that time. You know what I mean? I got to be to work at 7:30. That's whack. Like, what if I want to wake up at 8 and go to the gym? You know what I mean? Like, I can't even structure my life around that.
Those are not the same thing.
What you mean? I want to be able to start my own day, start my day when I feel like it because I am an owner of my own business.
All right. So that's the goal. Like, waking up with your eyes open ain't that?
Yes, it is.
No. So the goal would be like,
I control my time. I think that wealth comes when you control your time.
No, like, so that would be the goal, to control my own time. The goal is to control my own time. The goal is to, be an entrepreneur and own my own business. The goal is not to wake up with your eyes open.
What? You're not listening to me, bro.
I see what he's saying. Like
I'm
you're saying like
I'm not, I didn't say wake up. Wait, what you saying?
Yo,
you said wake up with my eyes.
You
open.
said my goal is to wake up with my
like,
eyes open.
Not with my eyes open. When my eyes open.
Wake up when my eyes open.
Oh, and
when
that
you
changes.
messing it. You messing
I heard
it.
with too.
No.
Wake up with my eyes open.
If
What's
I said that, I apologize.
But when I see what you mean.
When my
though.
eyes
when-
open.
wake up
When
my
I
eyes
choose.
open. It was almost like I'm gonna wake up to be alive in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
that
would be
was
alive. I
very
eat okay.
low.
You know what I mean? I eat fairly healthy. I try not to.
So you're saying
it's wake
like,
up when.
to dictate
Wake up when
when
you're ready.
and when you do
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, when
so
you
10
can-
years, you want to dictate what you do, when you do, how you do.
Before that, but yes, definitely.
All right,
That's
so,
something that.
so that's
yeah.
completely different than where we
If I
started,
said,
my
if
man.
I said, if I said wake up with my eyes open, that's weird.
I don't know what you said. I heard with though.
With.
I don't know what you
Okay,
said. You
well,
probably said. I don't know what you said.
I thought I
don't know
said
what you
we'll see the tape.
All right, that's I mean that's a good one.
Yeah, that's my drink, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
What about you?
10 years from now, man, like I'm at the Final Four or something. You know what I mean? I'm at the Final Four with a women's program or a men's program. Like I'll take a men's program as well, but I'm at the Final Four with a women's program at a HBCU, and you know what I mean? People are like, yo, where did this team come from? Type energy. Like, yo, how did we? Like, we never thought a HBCU would be dominating, you know, the NCAA tournament, and here they are, led by myself. My parents are in the stands, like my people are here, you know, and that's where I'm looking. Like 10 years from now, we out here.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get it.
That's a fact. I mean, you're already a head coach,
Word.
so
Like we at.
you know what I mean.
Anything.
Keep
like,
going.
You know how people be doing the what's the New Year's resolutions? I know we kind of just did that. Is it instead of just 10 years? I'm saying like let's bring it to next year. Is there anything, you know what I mean, like that you looking to
Nothing that I want to
talk about? Okay. For me, I'm like, yo, I'll be 30, bro, so that's a big year. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything in store. I forgot what I had a meeting with Black, and he was telling us like the 5 things you should have in order. One was like life insurance, 401k, investments. I can't remember the other 2, but like I have like life insurance through my job, but I want to like have like an account, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting ready for that like next stage of life, you know what I mean, with like marriage, kids, all of that. So that's another like personal thing that I'm gonna look into next year, definitely. Yeah, I like how this convo went like funny.
So you're
and
looking
serious.
forward to life insurance?
Not just life insurance. I'm just saying like just like the next stages of life, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Within the next year, man. Within the next year, I got a few things I'm definitely looking at. I think I'm looking for like a lifestyle change almost within the next year, man. Like I've been slowly cutting out different foods out of my diet. I've been slowly trying to get back in the gym. I've been slowly, you know, doing different things. You know what I mean? Like I got you know what I mean? I put a little bit back on. But there's definitely some big moves I'm looking to make in 2020 that I'm looking to be like life changes. I'm excited for those.
Right.
Bet.
That's what's up.
Yo, man.
That's
and
what's
on
up.
that note, man, yo, if you watching this shit, we want to thank y'all for supporting us. I feel like the last episode was funny.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
You're on the other side of 2020 by the time you're listening to this, I think.
Please make sure to like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to it on the podcast directories, that is great. We really appreciate the folks that have been doing that. We got, oh man, that's another thing. My fault, God. Yo, we got to do like a live show outside of the crib, like to like a bigger audience.
In the cold?
Nah. Yo, how we wanted us to do it in the car. Yo,
Facts.
Yo, he's like, yo, I was like, yo, it's gonna be 30 degrees that day. He's like, yo, just pull up.
You bugging out right now.
Nah, that's why I'm is though. That's why I'm is. I support everything.
Y'all didn't want to send my email.
Yeah.
Wow. But yo, Definitely, we gotta do that at a venue.
No,
man.
we didn't. We
gotta,
didn't, though.
yeah, because it was too harsh.
Yeah,
but
that was a lot, dog.
But yo, y'all cups are empty. I was gonna say, yo, cheers to the new
I still got a
year.
little something. It's
You
shakes, but I got.
You want a little guard? Or you
this shit
straight?
empty.
Damn, son. He
You
was
got
like,
whiskey in there?
that's all you get,
You
guard.
got whiskey? Let me get some of that.
Oh, you want some?
Let's toast
That's
to that.
official.
Yo, toast to the new year. Toast to Black excellence. I love y'all, man. And
Love
let's
y'all
just
too, bros.
to the vibes, man. To everything that we're gonna be doing next year.
Toast.
The year forward, man.
Yeah, we give thanks like we really supposed.
Word. Cheers to that. And on that note, my name is Tully. 1/3 of your pod. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for listening. It's a longer episode, but we appreciate everybody that been rocking with us. Who are my co-hosts to my left and my other left?
Z's.
Okay.
2/3.
PJ, Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Happy New
3/3
Year.
of the thing, you heard?
And on that note, we are the pod with no name, and we are out. We are out. You heard? Yeah.